Oh, hang on. I just realized. There we go. Okay. Two camera. Alright, guys. Today we're having a very sleepy stream because I'm sleepy, but that's okay. I'm still gonna talk loud just for you. Alright. We don't have any wigs or costumes, nothing ridiculously over the top special, just me. It's just me. Okay, so basically I've got two eyes. Where's the other one? Two eyes. Woo! And we need to put the mesh in the center so that you can see out of them. And I need to paint them so that they're beautiful. So right now I'm looking through my my eye bucket. This is all my supplies for eye making. What I'm looking for right now is I've got a pattern drawn of this circle size already that I need. It'd be great if I just... There we go. Is that it? That's not it. Alright, so here's some example ones that are already cut out. Actually, I mean, if this is the right size, I might as well just use these. All I would have done was trace the pattern and cut it out myself. These are the right size. Yeah, so if somebody wanted white eyes, I mean, I guess there you go. But since they want... I think we're painting blue today. I think they're a pretty blue. I guess that works. I don't need to really cut out more. So here's what I have. It is... I picked this up at Joann. But at the same time, they also happen to be discontinuing these, so I don't know. It's called Vinyl Ida, I guess. I don't know. It's different from the regular Ida, I guess. I don't really know what this is, but... Because usually it's like a fabric, but the fact that this is vinyl, it's just like a plastic mesh. Vinyl, you know, is just a kind of plastic, so let me pull it up close so you guys can see it nice. Yeah. So we're just gonna paint this plastic mesh and make it beautiful. And while I'm at it, I'm also gonna, I really should get another one out. Cause, well, I've got all these paints out, I should paint one for my future commissions too. I've got a few commissions, going off at the same time right now, so might as well. Okay. So this is the size I need. I don't know where my paper pattern is. I mean, I know it's in this bucket, but I don't feel like digging it out. So I'm just gonna trace this size and cut this out. I think I'll cut out a few just to make sure I have enough. So yeah, I could use a marker here or something. It doesn't really matter because by the time I'm done, it's going to be painted and sealed, so it's not like it will leak Sharpie or anything if I decide to use Sharpie. So the way I'm doing it now is I'm just holding the pattern on top and cutting around it, but probably would have been easier to use Sharpie. Because this vinyl stuff doesn't really hold colored pencil that well. So, I mean, I could trace colored pencil on it, but it just wouldn't really be super helpful. Let me get you guys a little bit closer. Just a tad far away for my liking. Okie dokie. That's better. So yeah, even though I could use colored pencil, it's not gonna... It just doesn't write that well on the vinyl. And you can use pen. I seem to recall pen works a little bit better. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then you don't have to be as worried about writing on it, because again, you're just going to paint over it, so it's okay. Okay, so there's the second one here. Theoretically, I mean, I guess you could cut this out with an X-Acto blade, but why would you want to do that when you could use scissors? I've always just felt like I've had so much better control with scissors, so given the choice, I just love scissors, but I mean, I guess you could cut it out with an X-Acto blade. I've never tried. It's not that thick of material here. My buff scissors can handle anything. Like, I find the buffest pair of scissors I possibly can find. Ones that say that they can cut through, like, cardboard and stuff. And those are my buff scissors. I had to retire these guys, my old buff scissors, because they got dull. But I still cut, like, really gluey or gross stuff with those. But, yeah, these are my new buff scissors. They're gray. Fiskars razor-edged. They were kind of expensive. Hey, Della, how you doing? So I'm starting with Danny's eyes tonight, and then if I'm still awake enough, well, I'm sure I will, because I gotta wait for them to dry. Anyways, I will be doing your eyes tonight, too. Alright, I'm gonna hold it up here, make sure it fits. Good. Alright. I think I had... Oh yeah, it was a saber-toothed dragon. It was a mostly white eye, but it did have, like, a yellow ring. That was the closest I ever had to, like, a plain white eye that somebody requested. It was pretty cool, though. Della freaks out. Yes, indeed, it is almost your tune. Yeah! A saber-toothed what? Yeah, it was a very interesting combination. A saber-toothed dragon, of all things. Basically, what that amounted to was a saber-toothed tiger, but with dragon horns. And you know what? It was pretty dope. I liked it a lot, actually. It was cool, because it had, like, long, like, ram horns, and then it had tons of horns, like, well, a few horns on, like, the back spine area. It was pretty cool. People are very creative with their, character hybrids. I want to see, like, a saber-toothed duck or something. Something absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Fire Paws, how you doing? Oh my gosh! You have a flight in 5 hours? Dear Lord. You should be asleepin'. I just found out that Fire Paws and I share a love for Overwatch, and we bonded, you know? I feel that. And they play Junkrat. That's awesome. I am super bad at DPS characters, but I think they're super fun. And I really like that game. I was just playing it. Like, okay, the reason I didn't stream earlier today, I've been working all day long. And finally, I just got to sit down, and I just play, like, 4 games of Overwatch, and then I'm like, okay, time to stream. It's just my favorite thing to do. It's just so fun. That's right, we're connected. That's funny. Indeed. Overwatch joins us. I never thought I would like a game like that, but, like, they hooked me in with, like, the character design and, like, the character, I guess that's just the word I'm looking for. They hooked me in with character. It wasn't just, like, a shooter. It, like, had so much more to it. And that's what got me. They got me with the story. I think someone I didn't like played Overwatch, so that's why. Oh. You are the world's number one Overwatch hater. You don't even have a reason to hate it, you just do. I think someone I didn't like played Overwatch, so that's probably why. You know what? There is a lot of unlikable people that play Overwatch. If you try competitive for 2 seconds, you will understand. Of course, I guess that's competitive for any game, but with a fan base that big, you're gonna get, like, a huge amount of just absolutely terrible people, which is sad. But if you're a Mercy main, like, most of us are pretty nice people. I don't think I've met a Mercy main who is not a super nice person. Hey, Avengers, how you doing? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Overwatch 2. It's Overwatch 2 now. Oh, did I accidentally cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Great, I cut out an extra one on accident. That's fine. It'll be easier to find the pattern for next time. You get an average of 6 Riptire kills per game. Is that good or bad? Because that sounds really good to me. I could never, ever. They just... I know what you're supposed to do, okay? You're supposed to, like, go around corners and not let them see your rip tire, and then you could blow it up in their face from behind, or where they don't see. Well, I can't do it. I let them accidentally I just let them destroy the rip tire. I'm so bad at planning my path. Like, frankly, 6 rip tire kills per game would be pretty good for me. I don't know about you. Della, understandable. Most FPS games are just full of toxic people. Yeah, Avengers, especially Overwatch. That's because it's popular, so there's more terrible people. I just realized I was not in the camera, and also the light is super blown out. There we go. That's a little better, I hope. The camera, like, tries to adjust for it, but it just makes it worse. I thought about playing Overwatch on stream, but then people would see, like, definitively just how bad I am at this game. I need monies. Alright, everybody, spam Avengers videos so he can get the monies. You hop behind or in the middle of the enemy team and then kaboom! Honestly, okay, Junkrat is so terrifying to people like me who just, like, main support. It's like a Junkrat is just suddenly above you or behind you, and you're just like, I'm so dead. And then you're dead. It's like, shocker. What do you think was gonna happen? You see a Junkrat, you will be dead. I love my junkie boy. Honestly. I love that you had art of your Fursona dressed up as Junkrat. I love that. Why don't we have our Fursonas dressed up as, characters more often? I think that's such a cool idea. You hold your own when we've played. Oh, Avengers is trying to say that I'm kind of good. Or at least not bad. Just don't let me play DPS. I'm kind of okay. All the support except Kiriko. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is, you might have noticed that this comes in a roll. Well, because of that, it's stuck in a roll, and they keep curling. So I'm just kind of like curling them the other direction to try to flatten them out a bit, so that we can paint with less issues. Trying to paint a curled surface is not ideal. What do you play on? Funny enough, like, when I first got it, Overwatch, I was like, I picked it up on Switch, and I said to my brother, look, I got Overwatch! And he said, you got the Switch version? So, yeah, I played it on Switch for a very short time, and then I got the PC version, and then I was very, very happy. And I've been playing the PC ever since. Sometimes you forget you even own a Switch. Honestly, I don't play mine that often either. I forget. I'm gonna turn myself down a little. I keep peeking the mic. I'm just so excited. Oh, PS4! Okay. I forgot PS4 even existed. I was just thinking either it's Switch or it's PC. No, that's not bad. I like that. 5. Is that your username, or is that some kind of furry movement I don't know about? Shiny Mew, hey, how you doing? I gotta scroll up a little. Last hour of food and water. Surgery in 8 hours. What? You have surgery in a few hours. Firepause here has a flight in a few hours. Like, dear lord. Wait, you played on PS4? I completely forgot about that. Alright, guys. So we've watched a movie together. Now we have to play Overwatch together. And I'm sure we will be just absolutely awful. But you know what? That's fine. We'll play together and we can have fun. Oh, that's your username. Okay. That is a cute username. Mine's like... It's not CloverCat. It's like, it might be just Clover. I don't know. It's something. It's some kind of Clover something. It might be just Clover. Oh, you're getting your wisdom teeth out? Bro. Dude, like, when I got mine out, it was awful. It was probably one of the just... It was just not great. I didn't like it. I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to scare you. I just didn't like it. But, again, I don't like surgery, and I don't like medical stuff, so you'll probably be better off than I was. It's not that bad. I'm just a weenie. Della! That is 1VC you're sitting out for. What, you don't want to play Overwatch? Oh my gosh, well, I mean, if you get high on, I don't even know how to say that, anesthesia? I'm gonna stop now. Well, yeah, you don't want to try to, yeah, you'll be out of it for sure after that. I'm looking for my sandpaper. Oh, I found it. Woo. Cool. Clover reacts to Garfield's scary Garfield video on stream. Honestly, though, I could. I still haven't watched it yet because I was working all day, and I only watch YouTube when I'm like working on Fursuit video. What is this? That is not my sandpaper. All right. Okay, this is my sandpaper. All right. Tell me. This looks exactly the same. Okay? One of them is just a pack of cardboard and the other one is sandpaper. They look the same. And they're the same size. Honestly. Pyrepod says she's flying from Detroit, Washington, Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh. Picked up from the airport. Help your friend finish packing into a U-Haul, then drive to Pittsburgh, Detroit. Dear goodness. Well, I will say one thing. You are a very good friend. Like, that is really nice of you. That's a lot of effort to put forth to help your friend. I hope they're paying the plane ticket. Or at least something. They look identical, I know! Like, okay, I hold on to weird stuff. Like, sometimes you just need some, like, thick sheets of cardboard that happen to be 4x6. But, like, why the heck would I decide to put them right next to the sandpaper that looks exactly the same? Okay. So I guess this is the highest grit I have is 150 grit. So we're gonna start with this. Seriously? I don't have something lower? Or, I mean, lowest grit. Okay, I've got a 100. I thought I had something lower than that. Oh, I've got some 80. Alright, I'm just stupid. They were just out of order. They're all mixed in. You're more scared of the pills than the procedure. Why? Really? Oh. Okay, understandable. See, the parts that got me messed up from that was actually just, you know, the pain medication after getting my wisdom teeth out. Because it was too strong. And, I mean, maybe not anymore, but I used to be tiny. I mean, I was a teenager at some point. And it was just really, it was just a lot. It was too much for me. I could barely even walk. I was very dizzy all the time. Oh, thank you. I know, we're gonna get to painting. Clover says a big word. Honestly. I can't speak. So I'm just gonna rough up the surface of this just for a few seconds. So it holds the paint better because it's a very smooth, like, actually a very smooth, nice surface that the camera won't focus on. There we go. It's very nice, but, like, it won't hold paint as good if it's nice. So we're gonna sandpaper it just a tiny bit over the trash can, because otherwise it'll get everywhere. Oh, Della says your boyfriend got his wisdom teeth out last year and it wasn't as bad as he expected. Really? Either he was expecting, like, it to be really bad, or it was just, I mean, I guess. Maybe it depends who you are. Honestly, Pyre Paws, like, man, you are a good friend. Like, you would be an awesome alibi. Oh yeah, I mean, I have a very, I have my own style of the way I, like, design, like, the eyes. Usually I do, like, just a few, like, shine circles here and there, but, like, if you've got something specific you want me to try, that's totally fine. I hate the sound of sandpaper, though, and it's also kind of hard to do when it's already cut out. Maybe I should have sanded it before. Characters with fun little designs in their eyes are the best. I know! I love it when there's, like, little stars or little hearts or something. I weigh a small 138 pounds, used to weigh 180. Wow! Dang! Well, I think that's a good thing. I don't know how much is a good weight for you, because I don't know how big you're, like, built, but, I mean, sounds good to me. Good job! I'm so sorry. I know. You know what's... Okay. The worst thing ever was... When I was at the, like, I was talking about this the other day. I never get my nails done ever, but I did, for, like, Halloween. And now it's kind of growing out a little bit, but they were cool when they were fresh. But they had, like, the nail scrubber thing, like the sandpaper for your nails. And oh my gosh. Not only was it the sandpaper sound, but it was on my nails. And they're just going like this, and I'm just like... It was awful. I hated that so much. Nails on the chalkboard, right? Oh, it's terrible. It's one of those sounds you just can't stand. I'm so sorry. We don't have to rough it up too much, but just at least a little bit. This is terrible. There we go. I really hate this sound. Maybe if I go faster, it'll be less painful. Winter coats rubbing up against a brick wall. Whoa, yeah, actually, that one's pretty bad sound. Wow, so you've had that, the hatred of that sound of, since elementary school? That's pretty bad. It's like ASMR but torture. Is this super loud for you guys? Because I feel really bad. I could do it up in the mic. Man, imagine being in middle school, am I right? Dark ages. It's fine. I've just killed Della. Avengers is like, whatever. If I have to suffer, you all have to suffer with me. So what did you guys do on Halloween? Like, I kind of just hung out at my sister's place, and we passed out candy, and we took pictures of our costumes, and, I wore my Ash costume, and we watched, what did we watch? We watched Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. That's one of our favorites. That's such a good film. Avengers, you edited Garfield. That's death. I like how Della is just summoning an app demon over there. Middle school was a ride. Oh man, yeah. Well, the fact that the band teacher that was really old when I was there is still, well, I guess not anymore. He was still there when my brother's 9 years younger than me was in band, and I'm just like, bro, you need to retire. Patrick from Scooby-Doo 2 is such a Chad. Honestly, he was really cool. He is he's got, like... Okay, I guess slight spoilers for Scooby-Doo, too, I guess. For anyone who hasn't seen this, like, probably 15-year-old film. Alright, guys, don't worry, we've only got 2 left. Just saying, Patrick is just an awesome character because, you know, they're trying to do, like, the villain thing where it's like you're not sure if he's the villain or not. But frankly, this guy, this guy is great. He's just a guy, but he's just got anger issues, okay? And I just love him. I just love him. I relate really well. He just gets really angry. Seth Green is always the villain. Alright, this is dollar store paper, sandpaper, so it gets used up pretty fast, but it does the job, so. The man. I just walked around with my sister and watched her trick or treat. Someone's parents thought I was her dad and offered me is that a drink? I don't know what that is, but that's pretty cool. That's really nice of them. They're just like, here, take this. That's really cool. But, like, why didn't you trick or treat, though? You could've. Free candy. I mean, like, I know nowadays I'm ancient and I just go buy my own candy, but there's something special about stealing it from other people. I wish parents would offer me alcohol. It's a very yummy alcoholic beverage. Oh, well, that was nice of them. Okay, something I always wondered is if people come from Canada, cross the border into Michigan here, like, the drinking age is different, right? So are they still allowed to buy alcohol if they're, like, what? I think you have to be, like, 21 to buy and drink alcohol here. I think it's, like, 19 in Canada, maybe. I'm not sure. I've never been to Canada. But, like, I'm just wondering the logistics of it. I've never touched alcohol in my life. Honestly, me neither, Avengers. Like, I kind of want to, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I have a good time without alcohol, so, but at the same time, you know, the curiosity thing, I don't know, I've always had fun without it, so I just never tried it. Plus that whole growing up Christian thing. I just never bothered. Alright. So we've got, what, 6 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So I'm gonna grab a sheet of paper just to put underneath so I don't wreck my table, just in case. In fact, I'll grab a few, because they're kind of buried, and I don't feel like unburying more later if I need them. Cool. Yeah, have a good time without it. Honestly, I mean, some people really like their alcohol, and you know what? That's good for them, but I feel like I just can have fun without it. Not against it, you just don't have a desire. Yeah, yeah. I feel that way. Shiny Mew had my sister give me some of her. You think you're talking about candy? That's pretty good. Just steal the candy. Honestly. Water. Just so much water. Honestly, though, like, water's pretty dope. Like, it goes with everything. Mostly. I mean, the only thing water doesn't go with is, like, something that's super, super thick. And you just need, like, milk or something to, like... Oh, I just dropped my water. Milk enjoyers are the worst types of people. Well, I think we can't be friends then. I will just sit there and drink a whole cup of milk. And it's good. What? You like milk? How do you not? Milk is amazing. You fool, you were missing out. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna bring the light a little closer now. Ew! Almond milk? Get out of here. You can't be serious. That's not... That doesn't count. That's not a real milk. Lower. Man, CloverCat fighting with the camera. What else is new? I know some people that, for one reason or another, they just cannot stand water. Like, they will not drink water. They'll drink anything else. And I'm just like, wow, really? How do you live? Don't you ever just get sugared out? Like, sometimes you're just dying for water. Alright, I think this is close enough. This is probably as close as I can get it. Cool. So there's a little pen mark there. No big deal, we're gonna paint right over that. Avengers says you don't like milk unless it's absolutely destroyed with chocolate. Oh man. But like, what if you're eating like a chocolate cake and it is like the thickest, richest chocolate? Or fudge? Oh my gosh, fudge. And you're just like, man. And you just, don't you just need some milk to wash it down? Della, it's real to me. Okay, whole milk is really good, but whole milk makes me really fat. So, 2% is where it's at. Skim milk, like 1% skim, whatever. Get those out of here. Those are just water. It's like tea, almost. It's just water. Like, it's really gross. Almond milk is fake. Can you please post that in, like, the quotes? I don't even understand the different breeds of milk. The different breeds of milk. Oh, that's amazing. That's probably the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Breeds of milk. Milk breeds explained. Oh my gosh. I think I just died. Pyre pause. Oh no! Pyre pause, I hope you're gonna feel better. Especially since you gotta get moving soon. You gotta fly soon. You got a big weekend. Well, weekdays. You got a few big days of just work and moving stuff. I hope you start feeling better. That's not good. Who even cares about protein or being healthy? Like, imagine trying to be healthy. I drink milk because it tastes good. Who needs protein? Oh god. Are we gonna go, like, through, like, the Elder Scrolls debate about the Argonians? Because I'm not going there. I'm digging for the paint, by the way, in case you wondered what I'm doing. I would turn the camera, but I just adjusted it. Who needs protein? It's my life motto. Honestly, like, out of anyone I've ever met in my whole life, Della, you are the literal, like, who needs protein, because you literally cannot. Which is just weird. I mean, I need to stop saying literally. I've never heard of that problem before, and that kind of really is weird. That is the problem, right? Like, you gotta be careful of what proteins you eat. Okay, I've got to have some blue paint here somewhere. Got these guys. Flax milk? What the heck is a flax milk? Oh no, Avengers, you said the thing! I see you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to. Oh my gosh. I mean, I grew up with Napoleon Dynamite. Did you know they made a Napoleon Dynamite DS game? And I own it. There's a stream idea if I ever heard one. Oh my gosh. I'm crying right now. That's just amazing. Napoleon Dynamite is something else. Who needs normal? Am I right? Yeah, get out of here, Avengers. Who needs normal? What is cashew milk? I've never heard of that, or flax milk before. I've heard of almond milk. Water milk is my favorite breed of milk. Ew. Hang on, now I'm looking for my phone. Okay, I don't know where my phone is. Alright, I was gonna show you guys the reference, but I don't know where it is. Just trust me that it's blue eyes. Maybe we should paint Tocami's first, because Tocami's actually in the chat. Oh, it's also blue eyes. That's cool. Oh man, but these are like way prettier than anything I know how to paint. I'll try. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh. Okay, the thing about Napoleon Dynamite is it's not about anything. Really, it's not. It's like, imagine high school, and that's the movie. That's what makes it so good, is it's just stupid. It really does not have a point. I mean, in the final act? I guess, it doesn't even really have acts. In the very final ending of it, it's like, there's kind of like a mini story arc, but it doesn't... Yeah, I got paint all over myself. It doesn't really have a story. Okay, who needs like a little palette bowl when you can just get it off your finger? This is terrible. I can't believe I've just got it all over me like this. Now we're finger painting. I'm just trying to wipe it off. Help. But it's just so ridiculous, and I don't want to say real, but it's just such a slice of life. I think everybody should enjoy it at least once. Alright, so I'm just gonna really lightly start painting the side blue first. Since, like, both of these characters' eyes are blue, I guess I don't have to change the brushes much, so that's convenient. It's about absolutely nothing and everything at the same time. Honestly, that's so it. That's so true. Alright, I wish the camera would focus on the eye and not my hand. There we go. Good boy, camera. I'll name him Cammy or something. Yes! Okay, Kip, when he's like shredding that cheese onto the hugest pile of nachos, that is just such a moment of all time. Like, who's gonna eat that many nachos? Nobody in one sitting could eat that many, and he's just this huge plate, and he's just like shredding away, and I'm like, wow. Also, what are you gonna do with that after? You just have shredded cheese on top of nachos? Like, you're not gonna melt the cheese? You're just gonna have rock hard, like, cold cheese on there? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just really lightly painting it. Basically, like, the most important thing is to not let the holes get filled with paint. So just really thin, really light, taking my time. Just putting layer on layer until it gets actually, like, fully painted. Because if you just blast it on there, that's going to waste more time than you're going to save, actually. Because then you're going to have to poke out all the holes, and then it doesn't even look good. Yeah, so just trust me on this one. Both of the eyes look beautiful for these characters. Yeah! I think so too. I forgot you guys could just look it up yourselves if you go to the CloverCat Trello. I forgot all about that, yeah. I mean, I use it daily, but like, I forgot you guys can look at it too. I know, the eyes are so pretty. I hope I can do a good enough job. I'm not great. Painting has never been my favorite. This eye is turning out well, though. Even though it's just a single blue shade, it's going. It took you many years to realize there's a post-credits scene. Is there? I mean, you know what? Okay. There is, and I've definitely seen it. I just forgot for a second. Yeah. Because I remember I had it on DVD, and I would, like, let it play through until it hit the main menu again. And then, like, I'd probably fall asleep on the couch or something. I mean, I was pretty young when I used to watch this. I would fall asleep on the couch pretty often. Okay, so here's where we're at with this eye. A little bit splotchy, but that's okay. We just kind of needed a base coat, so once it dries, we will add another coat of blue. So I'm going to set this one aside, and we can start the second one. You're a fan of nonsense, you'll have to check it out. Yeah, not Avengers, Napoleon Dynamite is really good. Wait. An epic cartoon? Wait, a Napoleon Dynamite cartoon? Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds ridiculous. Yes! I noticed that! The cheese disappears and reappears! Like they didn't... I like how he was actually shredding the cheese, and they had to do so many takes, like, you know, I guess the takes got mixed up. That's really funny, I think. What? Your girlfriend in high school had dinner with Uncle Rico several times. Their families were friends. Bro, I would kill to have dinner with Uncle Rico. You know what? Kip is pretty good, but I would rather meet Uncle Rico. I think first I would rather meet Napoleon Dynamite, but then Uncle Rico, then Kip, maybe. The other characters are all alright, but, like... I mean, Uncle Rico. That's freaking amazing! I love that. You know, it took me quite a bit, but it probably didn't take me as long as you'd think. To make all the lists on the Trello, because it's just me. I just went through it in my head, like, alright, I need to make hand paws, what do I do? And I just kind of wrote down the steps of how to do it, and so it looks like a lot, but if you know how to do this stuff, like, firsthand, it wasn't too hard to, like, remember the order. But yeah, I have been tweaking it a bit for, every once in a while I tweak it, like, for wording or to add or change details. But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty proud of how the Trello came out. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, this is just the boring part right now. It's just, well, I guess the sanding was the boring part. This is just the part where we're doing the base, painting it blues. Could be worse. At least, I mean, I could be in the camera. That would be good. Let me actually keep it in the camera. There was a Napoleon Dynamite cartoon. What? On Fox back in, like, 2012. How did I not know about that? I had the DS game, for crying out loud, but I didn't know there was a cartoon. Dear Lord. Well, I guess that's something I've got to check out. Is it terrible or is it decent? It's probably terrible. Hologram creation. Oh! Hi there! I didn't even see you! My nephew was Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite for Halloween. Bro! That is such a cool costume. I would not have thought to do a Napoleon Dynamite character. That was a really cool idea. I like that. Make sure they know that they are very cool. Okay, so we have two eyes here. The other ones are blue also, but, I think it's a slightly lighter shade, so let me check. Okay, here's Tocami's is like that dark, rich, royal blue, and then I have to do Danny's, which is slightly lighter, I think. I'm actually going to start with the same shade. They're so close. It's just interesting that I'm doing two eyes that are, like, so similar. Anyways, hi Hologram Creations, how you doing? I think it's nice for the customer to see the progress as well. Yeah, that's true. The problem is sometimes I forget to do the check boxes, but I actually just went through the other day and made sure it was up to date. I tend to forget that, but if I didn't forget that, that's something that I'm getting better at, though. Certain things are hard to remember. Like, when you're streaming work on stuff, it's super easy to forget to check it off, if that makes sense. Like, more than... It's like, I'm streaming these eyes. Like, after I'm done, I'm probably going to, you know, clean up after the stream and then go to bed or do more work, whatever, but somehow it's just harder to remember the things I've done on the stream to check those off. I guess because I'm just distracted or something, but I'm trying. I'm getting better. I'm remembering most of the time now, but progress is always slow, so that doesn't help me to remember either. This one's almost done. You liked it and you were sad it got canceled. Oh, really? Like, I don't know, you hear, like, somebody's making a show for Napoleon Dynamite and you just expect it to be absolute garbage, but, like, interesting. I mean, that's good to hear, because most media these days, either you look back on it and it's awful, or new stuff you look at and it's awful. It's just kind of hard to find movies and TV shows that are actually high quality, because it's just so much gets produced these days. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right spots, but I always have trouble finding new shows and movies that I actually like. Does anybody else have that trouble? Like, I don't know. I just have trouble finding media that I like. And I actually have the most luck on YouTube. Cough, cough, Avengers. Your stuff is good. Alright, this one's painted pretty well. I've got one more, and then we'll go back to the first one again, which it'll probably be dry enough for us to work on. The parents got it more than the kids. Understandable. I love that. It's like SpongeBob, you know? Oh, gosh. Like, I know this is slightly off camera, you guys can't see, but this blue paint is just drizzling out. It's, like, the jar is not holding it. The tube? The tube is not holding it. Here's what the tube looks like. It's just drizzling out. How dare it? This is gonna be really hard to open later if it dries. I ran out of paper towels, so I just have a Kleenex. The softest paint cleanup tool. There we go. Okay. You will trouble me no more, for the cap is closed. If you saw a kid in a Napoleon Dynamite costume, would you give them extra candy for creativity? Honestly, I mean, I'd give them extra candy just because... I guess that's it. For creativity. They deserve it, frankly. There's some costumes out there that you're just like, man, you deserve this. Yeah, candy with a K, like on SpongeBob. I caught you a delicious bass. Oh, okay, guys, I actually have a few Napoleon Dynamite t-shirts. I wish I was wearing them right now. Unfortunately, my hands are covered in paint, but I will make sure to wear my Napoleon Dynamite shirt on stream for you guys one day, because I've got a few, and one of them does say, I caught you a delicious bass, so... I've got a few Napoleon Dynamite t-shirts, but none of those classic, like, Vote for Pedro ones. They're all, like, different. I've got, like, an exact replica of, like, the blue shirt that he wears that's got a horse on it. It says, Endurance. Yeah, that's a shirt I have. Woo! I need to turn that down. Oh, wow! Somebody's rating! Philsbury, what a good name. Well, thank you very much, Philsbury, for rating. Hi, people. I appreciate that. What is Wolf Walkers? That sounds furry. Breaking Bad. People have told me to watch that. I don't know anything about it. I think it's just a drama of some kind. Hi there! Thank you very much! Welcome! We're just painting. I'm covered in paint and, I probably have more paint on me than the thing I'm trying to paint, but hi! Hologram says, you were Napoleon Dynamite character in high school. You were Pedro in his fat form. Aww. Hey, I'm fine with that. I mean, that sounds like a fun costume. A Pedro would be really fun. That's another... I forgot about that. Yeah, I wish I could meet Pedro, too. I wish I could meet the whole cast of Napoleon Dynamite, including the directors, because I'm on the DVD I used to watch had some, like, live-action commentary from the directors, and they seemed like pretty cool people. Yeah, so the new Disney live-action remakes are, may I say, quite horrifying. Or should I say quite bland. Prima donna. Oh, that's cool. Hi there, how you doing? Oh, wow. Well, good job, Hologram. That is a big difference. Losing weight is, like, one of the hardest things to do. Like, it's seriously hard. I give serious credit to anyone who can do it. Like, imagine watching what you eat and, like, actually exercising and... it's hard. Very hard. Alright, guys, joke's on you. You can't tell me to get water because I can't. My hands are all painty. Now I'm just gonna suffer. Football saved your life. Dang, yeah. That is really cool. I mean, that's a big difference. Football, yeah, that's a lot of exercise for sure. That'll do it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out the first eye again. Here we go. So let's add a second layer onto this bad boy. Yeah, it's dry enough. It doesn't have to be, like, left out for a super long time or whatever. Just dry enough so you can, like, actually just add a second layer, just so you can touch it, whatever. I mean, maybe somebody who paints professionally would be, like, freaking out at me, but me, who just paints fursuit eyes, I mean, never had trouble. Just give it, like, 20 minutes. You're good. So I'm actually going to kind of ignore that center ring because I'm going to put black in there. You went through a similar process. You started weightlifting. Oh, nice! I have never tried weightlifting. Doesn't that get boring? Like, I really, it's a legitimate question. I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything. Maybe listen to music or something. I've always wondered that about, like, walking and jogging, too. Like, that just sounds really, really boring to me. I mean, obviously people like it. There must be something to it. Something that I don't quite understand. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we're filling up this little mini canvas with paint. Not filling in any of the mesh holes. Very good. So yeah, I kind of avoided the center because we're going to cover it with black anyways, and it's kind of unnecessary. Cool. So the problem is we're going to have to let this dry eventually, and we're going to have to paint the back with black, but I'll do that off stream. Usually I'll start with black on the back because, well, you don't want to paint the front all nice, and then, like, put black on the back, and then have it bleed through an accident, and then you're like, well, now you have to do touch-ups on the front because you destroyed it. So usually I'll just do the back, and then I'll do the pretty front. And the reason you want the back to be black is because it does a lot less reflection when it's in the fursuit head, so the black is a lot better. You can see out of it much, much better than if you left it white or any other color. It's super, super worth it to paint it black. Like, okie dokie. This is going pretty well. Super pretty. I love blue. Oh no, you have done nothing but gain 30 pounds since quarantine. Honestly though, like, but it's so hard to go outside and do stuff. I mean, imagine going outside. What could that be like? That sounds awful to me. You rarely eat bad nowadays because you're scared you'll go back to the old days. Understandable. That is, I mean, you already know that it's kind of, like, some people have, like, genetically, it's a genetic thing. For some people, it's, like, much, much easier to gain weight, and that really sucks, because I can eat really bad and still not gain much, unless I eat really bad for, like, weeks, but, like, some people, if they just eat bad for a short time, it just comes back. So, man, I mean, your dedication is so empowering. Like, that is awesome. Like, really, truly, good for you. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the gym is really good for you. Getting, like, actual exercise. I mean, I know, yeah, it's definitely good for your mental health. Helps a lot. Okay, here's number 2. Nice and blue. You couldn't do it without your wife. Aww. That is so sweet. I don't know how to portion. I'm just like, I'm hungry, and then I eat a ton. Duh. Right? Like, what do you mean you expect me to leave my house and touch grass? You envy people that don't put on weight easily. Aw, man, that sucks. I know, I have a gift. I do appreciate it, though. At least I appreciate it. Like, I can just eat junk food and just not gain weight. I've been, like, the same weight for years, and I keep thinking, like, after Halloween or after Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'm like, oh, this is the time. I'm gonna put it back on, and then it just doesn't. It just doesn't come. Oh. I don't deserve it. I really don't. I don't work hard for it. I eat garbage most of the time. You're a bottomless pit and have to work at not being a beanpole. Oh, that's terrible. That's the opposite problem now. But you still gotta eat healthy, because otherwise it's like, well, you know, you'll still feel gross. You'll feel icky. I mean, that's I never thought of that. You could literally have the opposite problem. Okay, this is turning out pretty good. I like to pick it up in my hand and just kind of move it around, look at it in different light, make sure I didn't miss a spot, because I totally did. It helps to be able to see. So if I put on too much paint here and it bled through, it'd be blocking some of these holes, and it would be coming through here. And it did come through a little bit, like, right up here, but that's probably more because it got stuck to the paper. Okay, last one now. Actually, are my fingers dry enough? They're a little bit painted, but I'm gonna plug in, I'm gonna plug in my, hot glue gun. I wish that was on camera. That was a really cool, epic catch. Like a 360 no-scope catch. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my hot glue gun because these are gonna need to dry for just a few minutes, so I might as well paint some, or glue some eyelashes onto these eyes right here. Ooh, sorry, that was loud. Understandable, Della. That's just, like, me, completely. It never stops. I'm always that weight. Always. And I don't even deserve it. Don't go to the gym, but you have a very demanding job, which is like a gym in every way. Oh, true. I mean, I've seen some people who, I mean, if their job is, like, construction or, I've heard of people who work in Amazon warehouses where they just walk and walk and walk and walk, and it's just like, true, if you have a demanding job, then you don't need to set extra time for exercise because your job kind of is. Which is kind of nice. I mean, keeps you healthy. I remember when I worked at Joann, I was like basically lightly jogging all over. Just constantly. People needed me everywhere. And like walking was too slow. So I was just like hippity hoppity all around the store for my entire shift. Which was pretty nice. I mean, it did feel nice to get that slight bit of exercise, but at the same time, let me sit down. 360 no scope catch. I know, right? So I was dropping my glue gun, and then I like threw it in the air because I was dropping it, so I just threw it, and then I caught it, and I was like, I'm so cool. You're an electrician. Oh, cool. I don't know anything about electricians except they know a lot of stuff that I don't know about, and I respect the amount of knowledge that you guys have. I couldn't do it. I mean, maybe if I trained, obviously. I mean, I could probably learn, but like, that's pretty cool. Takes a lot of knowledge to know what you guys can do. I wouldn't have expected it to be demanding. What do you have to carry stuff around or walk around a lot? I'm not. I don't know, because I've never been an electrician. I don't really know what the job entails. Wolfwalkers is an animated movie from 2020 about a girl who meets Wolfwalker. A Wolfwalker. Someone who can talk to wolves and turns into a wolf in their sleep. That is pretty sick. I would love that. Aw. Bro, Della, like, is it like a drama or a horror or a romance? Bro, if that's a romance, I will watch it instantly. A furry wolf romance, bro. I'm so in. It's like a fantasy adventure. Bro, how have I not heard of this before? That's amazing. I'm so into that. That's awesome. Okay. Have you seen Wolf Children? I brought it up a long time ago on one of my streams. Nobody knew what I was talking about. That one's pretty good. Okay, so we've got 4 eyes here. Much like myself. 2 coats of paint. Looks really good. Except the center was only 1 coat because it's kind of unnecessary to have 2 because I'm going to paint black. I'm going to let those dry, and meanwhile we're going to paint, or we're going to glue the eyelids on, like the eyelashes on. So, I've got to wash my hands. Oh, if you make one mistake, it could be a life or death situation. True, electrician is kind of, I could see that. Again, high mad respect for you guys. Alright. I'm really sorry about this. I have to go wash my hands. Because I don't want to accidentally stain the thing I'm just about to touch blue. Twitch. Somebody just taught me the other day how to run an ad, and I'm really sorry about this, but I might as well. I think I could wash my hands in 1 minute. Last time I accidentally did a 3-minute stream, 3-minute ad, and it took like 15 years. And I came back after 1 minute, and I'm just like, now what? What am I doing? I don't know how to get here. Creator dashboard? The more you know. Okay, I got this. I got this. Ad break? What? I know, I'm so sorry. Oh, what? It's a draw. Is it anime? Is it 2D drawn? That's awesome. I was picturing like live action, Della. That's cool. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. We're gonna put the eyelashes on these eyes. I just don't want to touch it with my blue hands. So I'm going to go to the BRB screen. And 1 minute ad. Alright, be right back. Go! Are we back? Am I back? Hello? I have just washed my hands at the speed of light. And 2 cam, 1 cam, cool. Alright, are we back, guys? I think we're back. Thank you for, sticking around. Sorry about that. Thank you for helping me pay my bills by watching a 1-minute ad. I feel really bad about that. But I used to just put it on ad break anyways, so... Okay. Clean hands. Clean. My hands are clean. Oh my gosh. Okay, one day, nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about. So, I grew up with a Genesis, alright? A Sega Genesis. And there's this game called Richard Scarry's Busy Town. I had books of this, and I loved it, but like... Amazingly, they made a Sega Genesis game of it, and this game... I'm just gonna have to play it with you guys one day. It's so chill. It's just... It's like for preschoolers, I think, but it's so fun anyways, and my favorite moment is just... You wash your hands in the sink, and, oh, I forgot what his name is. It's like Tucker or something, the cat. The cat is all, my hands are clean. I've been memeing that for my entire life. Yeah, we just lost half our viewers when I went to the ad break. I figured that would happen. That's alright. I completely understand. It's not like I'm doing anything that interesting anyways. Okie dokie. So here we go. I actually already cut these out. We've just got to glue them on. Which is gonna be really a little bit stressful, actually. So, when this is all said and done, we're gonna have the pretty blue eyes in there. I think I'm gonna lighten... maybe... Okay, here we go. I just had to rearrange the light. I love the color of blue. Yeah, me too. Blue is just beautiful. There's so many shades of blue. They're great, too. The 4 eyes joke. Honestly. I have such a bad problem with overtelling all of my jokes. Like, I want to make sure everyone gets my joke. Subtlety is not my skill. The most demanding part... Oh, I read that already. Yeah, that sounds really like a lot of work, though. Hologram. Like, that's really cool. Like, cool that you can do all that. I mean, a lot of people can't. Yeah, Della, send me the trailer. I want to see. Welcome back. Okay, great. I am back. Purple for life. True. Avengers is all about that purple. Okay, so you shouldn't have trouble lining this up if you cut it out. Basically, what I did is I have my eye here. Slap it down on a piece of paper and trace it. And then when you cut it out, you'll have a pattern of this shape that you'll need. And you'll want to add, like, some extra thickness if you want. So, obviously, like, it has, like, a shape to it. But if you trace the eye pattern onto there, you can draw whatever eyelash shape you'd like. And this one is just a very basic rounded shape. Because when I do, like, male eyes, most of the time I don't like to be extravagant with, like, the eyelashes. Because I don't want people saying... like, getting it confused. Like, people still think Figby is a girl sometimes. Well, he's not back there. I was wearing him for Halloween, so he's not there. But sometimes. So if you don't have, like, super flashy eyebrows, people actually can sometimes guess that your character is a male. Of course, I mean, it's up to you. If you want, like, the beautiful, flashy eyelashes, go for it. That's just, like... That's just something that's... been around for a while. Just people are just used to, like, oh, if you see eyelashes, it must be a girl. I remember a huge debate on that, actually. People talking about that with oh, there's no way I'm gonna remember what this is called. It's an old anime about racing. Speed Racer? The original Speed Racer, the main character had eyelashes, and people are like, why are they giving him eyelashes? Only girls get eyelashes. Right? Thank you for sending that, Della. I'm really, really interested. I want to see the trailer for that. Oh no, Shiny Mew! Banned from water and food. I feel like a criminal. You're not allowed to eat for 3 days. This is Spirit. No food and water for 3 days. Ooh, you're going to a local fur meet on the 15th. Yeah! And it's at a bowling alley. Yes! Fur bowls are so fun. I've never been to a fur bowl that I didn't like. Of course, I only ever been to the one fur bowl, but it's always been fun. You are gonna have a blast. I don't know if you have a fursuit yet, but, like, even if you don't, it doesn't matter, as long as you have fun. And, frankly, sometimes I don't go in my full suit anyways, or sometimes I change, because sometimes I want to just bowl, and you can't when you're in a fursuit that easily. I see people changing in and out all night, so... Avengers, oh, I have beautiful eyelashes. Yeah, great, Della. I'm really interested. Thank you for, like, sending that to me and letting me know about that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. Oh, Philsbury, you're gonna head out. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping it, popping in and sticking around. And that was really nice. I'm pretty sure you were the one that rated me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a good night. Ew, the way you said that, Shiny Mew. I don't like that. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the glue right around the corner. Because if you get it too close to the inside, when you slap this eyelash down like this, it'll kind of bleed on the inside. And we don't want that. We just kind of want it to sit in place. This is awesome. Okay. So essentially, I'm trying to get the glue right on this corner right here. It's a little overblown. This corner down here. Not this inside corner, but the outside. So that when I stick it on, yeah, it's not like super strong stuck on there. Because it's like only on the corner here. But it's sticking on there. And as soon as you get it on there, now we can add tons of extra glue on the back to give it some strength. We just want it to not bleed. And that actually happened to me here. I don't know if you guys caught me doing that. I was kind of scraping off some glue with my nail. If you accidentally get too much on there and it kind of bleeds on the inside, like between in here, you can just quickly scrape it off. But it's obviously much better if you don't make that mistake in the first place. So yeah, I always start with this front tip piece. Put a little dab of glue there, line it up, put the thing on. Do this edge piece, and then once those two are glued down, I'll do like this whole top flap and then the bottom flap. So time to do the bottom flap. So again, I'm going to just pull it back and just glue a tiny bit right at that corner. Just a very, very, very tiny bit. Like as small as you're able to glue. And just line it up on there. Because this initial gluing right here is just to get it in place. We'll do the durability gluing after. There we go. Oh, sounds good, Shiny Mew. Thank you. Hey, I do that all the time. That's my favorite. I'll put on some, like, Pokemon streamers or something, and I'll just listen in and watch as they do whatever they're doing, and I just fold. Honestly, I'm always doing laundry. Like, when I'm watching streams, I'm always doing laundry. So thank you for that. I'm sorry you gotta starve, though. Yeah, Shiny Mew, and you're gonna make some new friends there, too. Fur bowls are awesome for that. So many good people. Also some crazy people, but just be careful. Aw, bye, Pillsbury. That was so nice of you. They're probably gone by now, but I'm so slow. Like, I read my comments in order, at least I try to. So if I get stuck on a single topic, it takes me a minute to get down to the next. These ones that I'm gluing right now are Danny's. I don't have the eyelashes cut out for Della's yet. But I do have the eyes, these white parts of the eyes finished. Woo! Okay. Another thing you want to be careful on is this edge piece, like the edge of this, is visible on the fursuit. So don't let the glue get stuck on the edge here, because you don't want anyone to see that. I mean, it's a little bit buried in the fur once you, like, you know, glue it into the head, but, like, for the most part, be careful. So now that I've got it in place, I'm just going around the edge and adding some more glue for durability to make sure that this eyelash actually stays. And this eyelash is made out of just felt material, but it's like the thickest, most buff felt I could find. Like, there's some felt where you pick it up and it just kind of, wimpy folds over. Nah, not this felt, man. You pick this up and it's like a board almost. Like, you can flap it, but it's like a board of felt. It's pretty cool. I don't know how to search for that or find it. I just look every time I go to the craft store, and sometimes they have it. Okay, so this is an eye for Danny. Looks kind of funny because of the lighting, but other than the lighting, like, yeah. I really like this new curved bowl design. It's not like Figby's where it was just like a 90-degree angle in and then flat. Like, this is a really nice design. I think my next design, I'm probably gonna make a few changes. Like, this eyelash will probably be built in, and I'll just paint it, but we'll see. I've got a few ideas. Few ideas, if you will. There we go. Pretty. Okay. So let's glue the other one on. And then we will go back to painting the eyes. Because surely they'll be dry by then. Who's ready for Scarlet and Violet? Oh, bro. I'm so ready. Isn't that coming out in just a few days, bro? Walmart better mail me somebody. I don't remember where I pre-ordered it, but somebody better mail me my pre-order because I want it. I actually have very, very little idea about what these games are like. Because I, like an absolute genius, bought Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl instead of Legends Arceus. So, yeah, wonderful. Smart move on my part. And, at that point, I didn't have enough money to buy both. So, I bought Brilliant Diamond when it came out, and then Legends Arceus I didn't get to play. So, I'm not really sure. I know that this new game, like, I also don't know much about this game at all. Like, I just kind of intentionally just kind of kept away from the news of it. But, I think it might be a little bit more like Legends Arceus, so I guess we'll see what we get. I'm very confused. It seems like the news is leading to be that this Pokemon game is a lot different than the others, so I'm kind of excited, but also not getting my hopes up too high because, I mean, this company did release, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so... And that game was not great. Okay, so here's the top. Now I'm going to do the bottom of the eyelash here. And then I'm going to go around and glue it nice and sturdy. Also, like, nobody will know what I'm talking about, but the main box legendaries, how they can, like, transform into, like, some kind of motorcycle-y thing, looks just like one of these Bakugan I used to have when I was a kid. Like, it was a Bakugan ball, and then one side would flip to the back, and then one side would flip to the front, and then it would be like a sideways motorcycle. And you could even set, like, gear and stuff on it, and it would magnet on there. Oh, so cool. I wish I knew its name. One day when I dig it out, I'll show you guys. Alright, so I got this eyelash on here, so I'm gonna glue it on the back. Being careful not to flood it on accident. Because I almost did last time. Yeah, okay. Let me get the bottom. Wow, look at me actually trying to stay in the camera this time. Not an easy feat, that's for sure. Okay. Ow. Watching my sister use a hot glue gun was really funny. She was using it to do, like, a Halloween costume thing, and she's like me with the hot glue gun, but way worse. Just, like, constantly, like, burning herself and going, ow, ow, ow. Or sometimes screaming. Just like, ah! I burned my hand! At night. Alright, I got a tiny bit of glue on here. I'm actually gonna just use my scissors to kind of rip it off. Ideally, I wouldn't have gotten any glue on there, but, This is a trick you can do with Minky, too. I mean, if you got a huge glob of glue all over, you might just want to replace that piece. But if you've got just a slight, tiny bit of glue on some fur or something, you can usually just chop it off if you're really careful. Okay, so here's where we're at with these. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to unplug this hot glue gun before I forget about it. And let's shove these in the head and just get a cute little preview of it. How am I gonna do this? It's way over here. I always put things of value far away when I'm painting in case I, like, splash the paint or something. I don't know. I have very little trust in myself. It's not exactly like Arceus, but yeah, you could play the whole thing multiplayer. What? Interesting. Also, you love BDSP, how dare you? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm gonna be killed for that one. I'm sorry, I think it's an awful game. Alright, so if you did it correctly, when you were setting up your, when you were first making the holes and the size, all of the angles and the sizes, if you did it correctly, this thing should just slot in absolutely perfectly. No issues, just a slight amount of resistance. Oh. Oh my gosh, the baby! Oh, oh, that's really cute. Alright, I'm really proud of that. And you can see the follow me eye effect. And it doesn't even have, like, the colors in there yet. He's looking. Let me change it to one cam. My one cam setup. There we go. The baby! He can look at you. So you can see how you don't need ridiculously flashy eyelids to make something unique or beautiful. You just, I mean, even just like a slightly rounded rim will make some nice eyelashes. That is so cute! I can't stop looking at it. It works a lot better than Figbee's Follow Me Eyes, that's for sure. Oh, yay! Thank you, guys! I'm so glad you like that. I love it. I think I'm very pleased with how this came out. Oh! Okay. That's why I keep upping my prices, because every time I complete a batch of commissions, I think I actually do deserve more for them, because I'm actually getting better and better. So, like, just sitting on the table here, the eyes don't look all that impressive, but man, when you put them in the fursuit head, thank you guys! I'm so happy. They turned out great. So yeah, I do have to talk to you, Della, about how you want your eyelashes to be shaped. Probably something like this, but with just like some maybe like actual lashes coming off the side, or we'll talk about it. We'll find a design that you like, because I want to make sure whatever we go with, it's gonna be something you like. I'm sorry I keep bumping the camera. Alright, no, Avengers and I are gonna be at war because I don't like BDSP, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl that much. In fact, I really don't like it at all. But there are people out there that do like it. And I'm just not one of them. I'm sorry. CloverCat canceled. Well, you know the name! Bro, let me look it up. Ramdoll? That sounds right, because he looks like a ram. I just looked up Ramdoll, and it thought I was trying to say random number generator. Ramdoll Bakugan. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. My brother and I had a Darkest Ramdoll, Bakugan, and it just reminded me of that. Also Bay Wheels, but like to a slightly lesser extent. But yeah, those things, that is so funny. I'm so pleased that you knew the name of that. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh, that's freaking amazing. Yeah, the new legendary Pokemon definitely make me think of Ramdoll of all things. Okay, I'm going to open up. Alright, well, I've got Della here, so... Okay, Della, assuming you're still in chat, normally eyes have like a black in the center. I mean, obviously, I just said earlier I had one that was completely white with like a yellow ring. You can do whatever you want. Did you want the center of the eye to be that, like, that rich cobalt blue, and then the regular color ring to be like blue? I mean, I think that's what you wanted, in which case I painted these wrong. Oops. I wasn't really paying attention. Or we could do the black inside, and then we can do like a blue, like a dark blue to a light blue gradient, or have both like a dark blue and a light blue ring. So I guess it depends if you want that black in the center or that rich blue that I probably should have painted. I hope you're in the chat to hear that. I think you are. Alright, so I'm going to skip that until I hear back. So we'll work on Danny's eyes. And Danny is a little bit less detailed on the eyes. It's just like a really cute little blue gradient here. So first things first, my paint's drying, so I'm going to spray some water on there to keep it wet. Okie dokie. And I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna drop my paintbrush. Don't worry about it. I intended to do that, I swear. You can trust me. I'm trustworthy. Okay. So, I need a lighter blue. Something like this. That looks pretty good. I need another bucket. This is the bucket. And switch back to Streamlabs. Good. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that too, Della. I didn't know how specific you were feeling on that. So we can try it, and if you decide you don't like it, we can switch it up later. But I think that would turn out really nice. Did I not get out the black paint? Okay, well, I'm getting out the black paint now. Okay. I probably should get some new paints. You know, I don't think about it this often, but these paints were from college, so a few years old. Alright, anyone who can out-age me in the chat earns a free cookie, because I don't think anyone will be able to. It's just hard, okay? I go to karate and all these kids, they're all younger than me. Even the other, like, instructors, everybody is younger than me. Everybody. You just kind of get sick of it, you know? It just feels a little sad. Alright, I'm going to paint this black circle. My paint's a little dry. I'm gonna add some water. Woohoo! Okay, again. Still don't want to put too much glomping amount of paint in the middle, because I don't want it to get super thick and block the holes. Ooh, I just remembered something. Alright. I, in my infinite wisdom, actually made a circle pattern for this. So I guess I gotta dig that out now. It's like it covers the blue here, and it leaves just enough space around where the black goes. So that will help me to paint it nice and straight. I'm definitely gonna have to find that. Glomping! Yeah, I'm definitely a furry. Okay, I've got like a ton of rolls of this stuff. Oh, guys, I gotta show you something really cute. So when I was designing these 3 printed eyes, I was doing a few tests to make sure that they were coming out the right size and stuff. So I tested this out by making these tiny little baby eyes. Little babies. They're so tiny. And here's a full-sized one. Oh, bro. I always like... pro Skyrus, though. It was never the humans. It never was about the humans. The humans suck. It was, I always liked the Bakugan themselves. I thought that Preyas was awesome. He was so funny. And I thought it would be awesome. Like, I remember being in junior high school, and Bakugan would come on in the morning, so, and if I just woke up a little bit early, like an hour earlier than I had to, I could watch Bakugan in the morning. So I would get up an hour early to watch Bakugan. And the thing about Bakugan is it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender, okay? It, like, continues. So every morning, the story would continue. So it wasn't just, like, one-off episodes. It was special. Like Ninjago, you know? It was so cool. And every day I would, like, watch this show. I'd get up early and watch this show. And then I would be like, man, I wish I had a Bakugan to bring to school with me. A real Bakugan friend that was always just my friend. He would sit on my shoulder or my head or hang out in my hand. And I actually did bring Bakugan to school all the time, but in fear of being bullied, I never showed anyone. But yeah, if I had to choose a character, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've almost cosplayed as, Runo. Like, so many times I've, like, almost cosplayed as Runo, but then it's like, something always happened and I ended up wearing another character costume from some other costume. I don't know. One day, add that to my list of cosplays. You know, I'm gonna dress up as Runo from Bakugan Battle Brawlers. I thought Shun was cool. He was the cool guy, you know, the resident cool guy. He had to be cool. Oh, yeah. I had a few Chima Legos back when that was a thing. Okay, so here, I have this circle cut out. It's exactly the same shape. It's the same size as this circle. And I cut this ring out, too, in a perfect circle, so that I could just put it on there and paint over it, and it'll make that perfect circle for me. So, I'm going to have to add another layer to this, but I'm going to let this dry very quickly first. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to paint the black circle on the center of these, all of these. Great, but which side is wet now? I forgot which side is wet. I think it's this side. Don't mind me just getting paint all over myself for literally no reason. Yeah, oh man, Ninjago and Chima. I never watched Chima. Ninjago was actually really good. Bakugan was legitimately good. Let's go to a convention as Runo and Dan. Nobody will get it, bro. And my brother's name is Dan. It's like, he would go around saying it. My name is Dan. Oh my gosh. Alright, who wants to go with me to a convention dressed up as the Bakugan Battle Brawlers? Let's go. But like, I want to go as a Bakugan ball. Yeah, that sounds so fun though. I've always also wanted to dress up as Seto Kaiba. Because, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be really fun too, but Kaiba's got that rage, you know? Kaiba understands me. He's also an INTJ. People just don't get us. We're just better. There's so many people I want to dress up as. That would be such a fun cosplay. Imagine dressing up as Hal G and having to paint your skin green. I guess I could do Masquerade, given Masquerade's gimmick, if you understand the show. You like Power Miners in Ninjago. You know, I completely missed out on Power Miners. Apparently there was like a video game for it. I didn't realize there was a TV show for it, but people that liked it, so... I mean, I guess. I literally don't know anything about it, other than there was a game for it. I was never into it, but my friend was, and... Oh, we're talking about Chima. You vividly remember a wolf character being named Guano. Because, you know, guano means bat poo. Yeah. But now we can't find literally no proof of guano ever exists. Bro! Maybe it was a character whose name was... Like, I doubt they would actually name one guano, but maybe it was, like, similar, and then they, like, struck him from the record because they're like, this is a bad idea. Which, like, obviously... That is so funny! You know, that's, like, always really fun when you have, like, memories that your friends share and then you can't prove it. I'm pretty sure we all have at least one of those things, but, like, that's really, really funny. If I ever watch that show, which I intend to eventually, I'll let you know if I see anything of that caliber. Like, I don't think anything that interesting will pop up, but if I do happen to see a character named something similar, obviously, that's really funny. That's so cursed. Okie dokie. This is going well. We've got 3 out of the 4 painted here, and I just realized I'm painting off camera again. That's just wonderful. Good job, me. Hero Factory. Oh, bro. Hero Factory. Again, another one I didn't really know about, but a lot of people I know that did. Like, Power Miners, I don't know anybody who liked Power Miners, because I've never heard of it. But I've heard a lot of people talking about Hero Factory, this and that. Like, pretty sure I remember seeing Lego sets for that, too. Do you still have any of your Lego, do you have any Hero Factory guys, or did you just watch the show? Because that's really cool. I feel like there was a handful of Hero Factory games, too. Not that I've played any of them, though, because I didn't really know what it was, so I just never tried any. Poor Della. You're cursed forever. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna have that closure of knowing what happened to Guano from Legends of Chima. That's really funny. That's really funny that the name is, like, so stupid. Power Miners was just a theme. There wasn't really a show. Oh! And there were shorts on the website. Oh, interesting. Okay. Maybe that's why it wasn't as, like, well known, at least by me and my friends. You still have nice, you still have all of them. Good. I mean, it's kind of buried right now, because, you know, I don't have a lot of space to work with here, people, but, I have a whole shelf of just Lego Ninjago. Tons. I have all of the sets from the original run of Lego Ninjago, which are probably worth a lot of money now. But, I mean, I'm never selling those. And I've got all of the Lego Knights Kingdoms sets. Those are probably all worth a lot of money now, too. And I'm really proud of that, because Lego releases sets after sets after sets, and to keep up and actually buy one entire set's worth is very, very expensive and very hard. And the reason I have the sets of those is because it's something I truly loved, and it was really important to me. Other than that, I don't think I'll ever collect another full set of Legos like that ever again, because, man, that breaks the bank. And Legos are more expensive than ever now, but, like, so is everything, to be honest. I think this is pretty good. Dang, I did block a hole here. If you do accidentally block a hole, if you poke at it a little bit, sometimes it'll open up. Unless it's, like, dried that way, then that kind of sucks. But you can also use, like, a sponge brush if you poke at it a bit. I mean, the thing about that is it'll kind of rip a lot of the paint off, but it's much easier to be careful than to try to clean up if you mess up. So just go slow. They didn't really start making full TV shows until Ninjago. Oh, yeah, Ninjago, man, that was so cool. I have all of the DVDs from my childhood still, up to as far as they went. I mean, like, I think I only had the first season, because that's when it was, like, most popular to me, was that first era That's when I loved it the most. And after that, like, I didn't really keep up with it so much, but I still appreciated the new sets that came out. I just didn't really buy any of them. I do love the Serpentine, though. I think they're the coolest villains ever, and probably the only reason I ever kind of like snaked. Because other than the Serpentine, I am pretty sure I would never, ever have liked snakes for any reason. Right now, I'm just kind of cleaning up. I got a few paint holes blocked in, so I'm trying to get the paint out of that with the brush while it's still a little bit wet. Which is a little bit hard, but it's still easier than when it's dry. Are we good? That's pretty good. Well, this one more hole could get poked out. I feel like watching SpongeBob right now. I know we're talking about Ninjago, but like, I don't know, man. It's just childhood shows, man. They're on season 16! What? Alright. Maybe it was like the first few seasons. I really liked Lego Ninjago, okay? You know what? It was like I think it was the first 2 seasons, not the first. It had to be like the first 2, because there's no way. There's no way I stopped after season 1. Right? I mean, there must be so many Lego Ninjago Lego sets now. That hurts my brain. Okay, so now I'm just going through and making sure each one of these actually has, like, the black paint filling in all the holes as it should. Well, not filling in the holes, but, like, it doesn't show blue where it's supposed to be black. Beautiful. Most of these are already pretty good on the first pass, but I just, kind of a perfectionist, just want it to look really nice. Okay. I like bring it up closer to see to my face, and then like I pulled it out of the light and I'm like, huh, why can't I see this? You dumb, you gotta keep it in the light if you want to see. Yeah, sorry, it's just a really slow process, really. I mean, it's kind of exciting when you just start, you're like, you're putting on tons of blue, you're like, yeah, but once it gets to the detail-oriented part, it's just kind of going, just trucking along. Cool. Well, a little bit more. I would love to watch Bakugan right now. Bakugan is an awesome show. I think you cannot graduate into adulthood until you've watched Bakugan. And if you have graduated into adulthood, you need to revert just for a little while so you can watch Bakugan. I fell off after Cole became a literal ghost. It's one of the longest running themes. Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand that. Yeah. I don't think Ninjago's ever gonna die because it's so noticeable now. Like, when people think of Lego, it's probably one of the first things they think of is Ninjago. Cole became a literal ghost? That's so cringe. I'm sorry. I know just using the word cringe is cringe, but like, they started it. They made Cole a ghost? What? You know, okay, I used to keep up with Miraculous Ladybug too. First 2 seasons, awesome. Then, I left college and I became a busy girl. And then, suddenly they're on like some huge season. And to my surprise, this tiny little show just absolutely blew up in popularity. I mean, I first watched Miraculous Ladybug when it was only 1 season. And we didn't even know if they were gonna like dub more seasons. And now it's just so huge. Like, I'm so pleased. Wait, they're ending Ninjago? What? How can they end Ninjago? You have the whole original series on your hard drive. Bro. Hey, next time we meet up at a convention or something, I'll copy it. Because I kind of need that in my life. Okay, these are good. These are good. Let's do... Let's add the lighter. Let's add the lighter blue now. I'm gonna put it... Well, first I'm gonna shake up the paint. Ooh. This paint doesn't sound so good. Is this paint out of date? Oh, no, it's fine. That paint tricked me. I thought it was bad. Imagine wanting to branch out from Ninjago when it makes all your money. Like, I loved the idea of Chima. In fact, I've got, like, a Chima poster over there next to my Ninjago poster. But, like, the show was just bad, okay? It was just not good. Which kind of sucks because I wanted it to be good. I liked the idea, obviously. The animals, like, that's awesome. Okay. Good, I didn't get paint on everything yet. Alright, so we're gonna try this. So this eye, we're gonna try the gradient. So we're gonna do the dark blue, and then the light blue around the edge here. So I'm just gonna start at the edge, and then just kind of lightly blends my way into the center. Oh, I really should bring the camera closer for you guys. Just really, really lightly blend it. Like, super, barely noticeably blend it. And we're gonna add more layers to make it blend better. But, yeah, kind of like digital painting. You just want to do light layer after layer. I mean, that's how you do digital painting, right? It's 32 gigabytes! Oh my gosh, send it to me at Christmas. Honestly, I swear, if you mail me another Christmas box. Did I even mail you anything? I had a plan for that. I don't think I did. I'm a terrible friend. I'm so sorry. We still gotta play our SpongeBob review or whatever we were doing. We were playing... Wait, was that Revenge? We were playing Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, but it was emulated. I remember now. Yeah. That was fun, though. I mean, I've got a physical copy, but I don't want to have to, like, start the game over now. That would kind of suck. This is fun. I like painting. Alright. So, I say that now, but in, like, 3 seconds, I'm gonna say, man, I hate painting. And I'm only saying I like it because I'm having a good time. And I'm only having a good time because I'm streaming and you guys are hanging out with me, so... Thank you for making painting less sucky, because when I'm on my own, it's literally just, man, I hate painting. Like, every time. Okay. This is actually great. So something some fursuit makers do is, like, they print. They're able to, like, print an image onto the buckram or the mesh or whatever. I have no idea how they do that. That sounds really, really helpful, though. Like, super helpful. Like, but at the same time, can you really replicate that, like, handmade touch? I don't know. It's kind of like 3D printing. It's like, if you can get the same exact shape every time, will it make every fursuit look too samey? And that's like an age-old debate. Like, is it a good or a bad thing that you can make molds of fursuit heads and repeat them, and... I mean, it makes production much faster, and people wanting a fursuit head from you, like, they know exactly what it's going to look like when they get it, but at the same time, does that make it more boring? Does it make it less unique? It's the same thing with, like, being able to print eyes. Like, I mean, yeah, you could get a design, you know exactly what the design looks like, but at the same time, is it, like, less, is it lesser because it's repeatable? I don't know, but it definitely would save money and time, because doing each one of these unique by hand takes a long time. Oh, okay. Thank you, Shiny Mew. Alright, see you in a bit. My whole world... That took me one half of a sentence in. My whole world changed one day when all these random cards started raining down everywhere. I don't remember how it goes. A couple of kids and I got together and made a game out of them. Then we realized these had magical, otherworldly powers. Okay, you got me. I don't remember the intro. Which is funny, because I was just playing the game for the Wii. Okay, unironically, Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Nintendo Wii is one of the best games I've ever played. And it sounds awful, I know. And it's in, like, the bottom of every, like, bargain bin, I know. But here's the thing. The only reason it's in the bottom of the bargain bin is because every kid owned it, because it was popular back in the day. So, you know, by today, it's kind of just like an old IP that nobody knows about. So, it's just, like, overproduced, basically. There's just too many of them. It's not in the bargain bin because it's bad, because that is a good game. If you like any kind of strategy or just Wii games in general, you will like Bakugan Battle Brawlers from the Wii. Have you played Defenders of the Core? Not as good as Bakugan Battle Brawlers, but still really, really, really worth your time. It's like one of those, oh no, I can't remember what they're called. It's like the Godzilla beasts, you know? It's like those kind of games. Except it's a 2D, I don't know the genre. It's like a 2D/3D fighter. I don't know the genre. I don't know the genre. It's kind of like Street Fighter, that you can go sideways, like, on the screen, like a 2D fighter, but at the same time, it's not, because you can unlock from whatever it is and lock onto a target in the 3D world. So it's like a 3D fighter of sorts. Hard to explain, or rather, I'm bad at explaining, but it's really cool. Doesn't hold up as well as I remember, because I actually just played it like a week or two ago, but it's still really, really fun, and it reminds me of the Godzilla games. Because you were a giant Bakugan destroying things. I mean, you're not supposed to destroy things, but beat 'em up? Yeah. Frankly, yeah. It's like I guess it's a 3D beat 'em up, because you do walk around the 3D space. Yeah. So I'm going for a ring around on the outside. So starting from the outside and just the tiniest amount of paint and just bringing it in. And the cool thing about painting gradients is if you accidentally jack it up, you can just get more of the other color, like the dark blue, and you can just, again, just get a tiny bit of paint and paint it back. If you accidentally put too much of the light blue, you can put some of the dark blue back in there. It's nice. It's just nice. It's nice that it's not completely, like, all hope is lost if you mess up. But at the same time, still try not to mess it up, obviously. Thankfully, I haven't had to paint any of the blue back. Like, I haven't overdone it yet, but we'll see. There's still time for me to mess it up. Why is this so dark right here? That's not good. There's also a couple of DS games. A tower defense based on Season 2. Really? Because I remember... Okay, I know that there's a DS game. I think it's called, like, Rise of the Resistance or something. I actually never watched Season 2, ever, after all these years. I have Bakugan from it, and I'm pretty sure I have all the DS games, but, like, I never actually watched Season 2. Which is interesting, saying I was just talking about that one Bakugan that's like a motorcycle from Season 2. But... oh, yeah, I always thought it was weird because they took all the girls out. Like, they removed, Runo and... what's her name? Subterra chick? Nobody liked her anyways. She was weird. I don't remember her name. I just remember Runo. And Alice. Oh, bro. Alright. Not gonna lie. I really, truly had a crush on Alice, though. Alice was really cool. She was just so pretty, you know? I mean, sure she was 12, but I was also 12. So it was fine. Alice was really cool. I always liked Alice. But yeah, like the season 2, they're just like, nah, we don't need any of those girls. I think they replaced them with like other characters, but I missed the original cast. Like, why would you leave Marucho and like Shun? Like Shun is cool, but he's also, I mean, I've seen better characters. Okay, to be fair, none of the characters are that great, but I don't know. I really liked the girl characters better than the boy characters, and those are the ones they left, so not sure what their plan was for that. The motorcyclist from season 3. Oh, yeah! Yeah, okay, I didn't see season 2 or season 3. And I don't remember much about season 1 nowadays, so... the Dark Ages. Okay, this paintbrush... Okay, I thought this paintbrush was gonna be super dry, but actually it's... Oh... I've made a mistake. I've glomped on too much paint. Okay, we're good. We're good, I think. Are we good? Maybe not. I'm so smart. I tried to fix it and I made it way, way worse. Hang on. I'm gonna paper towel it until it looks better. Okay, it looks better. Alright. Frankly, I mean, these eyes are so tiny. There's not much painting space on there, so... Okay, so we've got 2 eyes here. And they are drying. I'm gonna shove these to the side. Okie dokie. So, let's try again. We need to do 2 eyes for Danny, so it's gonna be a little bit different. So instead of doing like a gradient all the way around, I'm actually gonna do like a light spot on the bottom that fades into a gradient of a darker spot on the top. So it's a little bit different for sure. But either way, they're both gonna end up to be pretty eyes. The 3 curls come back throughout season 2. Wait, what? They were taking the Pokemon approach of introducing new females every time. Ha! They're like, oh man, the males must be getting bored. Better add new ladies. I didn't know that. Okay, that makes me really happy. That's one of the main reasons I never bothered to watch season 2 is because, like, I really liked the lady characters and they were just gone and I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'm done now. That's kind of hilarious. Also, when you're painting these, keep in mind that the very, very edge is going to be covered up and basically non-existent. So, that's because it's gonna... We have to glue it onto the eye base, so... The very edge is going to be... not visible. Okay. So this looks pretty good. I like it. So now, well, I'll add a little bit more light blue at the bottom here. I really want this light blue to shine very, very uniquely. Very, because if it's blended in too much, it's just gonna look like one gradient. I do want you to be able to see that the bottom is, indeed, a very much lighter shade. Right now, I'm kind of wishing I could, just print these, because it does take so much time. Nice. Okay. Okay, not bad. I like it. So here's the 2 eyes in comparison. Wow, you really cannot tell the difference. So this one's got more dark on the inner ring, and this one's got the dark on the top. Just looking at these side by side, I can tell the dark on this one is not thick enough. This ring in the middle needs to be darker, because just kind of all looks like a wishy-washy. A little bit too samey. So, once I'm done painting this second eye to look like this eye here, we'll tune it up a bit. I keep touching stuff like my camera and my face and my glasses, and then I like look at my fingers like, oh man, Did I get blue on it? On anything? No, you're entertaining me with your know-it-allness. You're the good kind of know-it-all, the entertaining one. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know what girls around my age were watching, but I was just watching all the boys' shows. I just always liked the toys, like real toys, not just like whatever girls were supposed to like dressing up and stuff. Like, come on now. I want to play Bakugan. I want to play Beyblades. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't enjoy all of the different types of toys out there. Rollerblades are not just for boys, etc. I don't know who, like, governed the rules of male and female, but I don't know. I liked everything. Hot Wheels were fun, too. I really liked Hot Wheels. Alright, now here's the challenge where I gotta kind of blend them to look the same, like very similar. Which is kind of one of the harder parts, is to match the symmetry of how both of these eyes look. Definitely already struggling with it. And the hard part is, well, another hard part of this is, once one eye is dry, it looks slightly different, so I kind of gotta wait for the second eye to dry here so I can compare it truly, see if I actually did a good enough job. So I'm gonna leave these aside, so those will dry, and I'll see how they look. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab out these eyes with the blue and the inner ring, the dark blue, and I'll add some more blue to them. You think the new stuffed Target girls too more? You're not sure. Oh, understandably. That's good. I don't know why they're just always like, alright, boys are gonna like this. Honestly, this should target both. I mean, I think it'd be good to have representation of girls and boys in both shows. That's why I was so pissed when I thought they took out all the girls from Bakugan. Apparently they didn't. I just didn't know that. Whoops. Good to know. Good to know. Alright. This is much, much easier to see what I'm doing now that it's dried a bit. So I'm going to paint a thin ring around each of these eyes, and we're going to let it dry again. And we'll see if that made it look any better. I might have to hold it up behind one of those plastic eye sheet things that I already... Like the one that I put the eyelids on, or eyelashes on, so that we can see what it really looks like. Because it will look a tiny bit smaller than this, because again, with the spot that you have to have left over to glue it, like the glue spot, it's definitely not going to be this thick of an eye. It's just a little smaller, just a tiny bit smaller. Maybe like 6 millimeters all the way around. I hate that I know some millimeter sizes. I'd like, this is America, gosh darn it, I shouldn't have to know millimeters. Man, making me want to watch Bakugan and Ninjago and all the good shows. This one's drying nicely. That's good. Can you even see? Okay. No, you can't really see that. That's fine. But the other ones, all the ones drying in the back here, coming out really nice. So once all these are dried and I'm satisfied with the blue, the gradients, the blue and the gradients, honestly, that's painting fursuit eyes for you. The color and the gradients. Once I'm satisfied with that, then we'll paint the shine spots on, and, well, then I like to let it dry for, like, about a day. I don't know how long you're supposed to let it dry for, but I let it dry for probably too long, and then you coat it with a clear acrylic spray of sorts, like it's just a clear, non-yellowing coat, so that you can see through it, but, it doesn't yellow or get messed up if it gets... I'm losing my words now. Can you tell I'm kind of tired a little? It doesn't yellow in the sunlight. It's not intended to unless you get a really cheap one. So just get a regular average one. Don't get the cheapest varnish or gloss sealer that you can find. And if you accidentally spray it with Fursuit spray, it's supposed to protect it from melting. So that's a good thing. I think you should probably invest in that. If you just finish like this, you just painted it and you're just done, that's not great because, well, frankly, somebody somewhere is going to accidentally chip it. Whether you're washing your fursuit head or you spray it on accident with Fursuit spray, it's going to get destroyed. So it's not really a choice. You kind of have to have a clear acrylic coating on it. And it can come in like a spray or like a little jar. It's just as long as it's like a clear coat spray paint, honestly, that works. But the spray paint smells pretty bad. You gotta kind of do it outside. Which is kind of hard if it's like really windy or rainy. I remember specifically doing a lot of eye painting one season when it was like snowing and it was just so hard. But then I got some acrylic sealer that was like paint on, so that was a little easier. I was just painting it on indoors. It was just like regular paint. So yeah, it's up to you. I do think it is a little easier to find the spray paint kind though. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna match this one. We are really close to being done, actually. I'm just about done mirroring this, and then we're gonna put the eye shine on there. Mira was the leader of the resistance group against her evil brother. Oh! See, I've played the game. I didn't know that. That's cool. Her brother is such a tryhard. I mean, in the game, at least. He's such a tryhard. He just wants to be cool, okay? Fabia was a princess / queen of an alien planet who didn't really want her job. Wow! Okay, now that character, I have no idea who that is. I know who Mira is. Also, do you remember the name of the Subterra user in the first season? I can't remember it. I just remember not really caring about her that much. Legit, I can't remember her name. I remember Bruno and Alice. I thought her white hair was cool. Julie! Yeah. I liked that. I thought she was, like, cool because of her hair, but other than that, I didn't really care about her that much. That's really funny. I didn't know you were into, Bakugan like me. I love that. Awesome. Also, when you're painting these, I should have mentioned this like 15 hours ago. When you're painting these, make sure that you're knowing exactly the direction of the mesh. Because if you accidentally paint it with the mesh at like an angle, you're going to be pretty upset later when you go to put it on and it's like, the mesh is not straight, it's like 45 degrees or something ridiculous. Yeah, so that's just something to watch out for. Like, when you first start painting, it's like, be aware. Especially, I mean, doing a circle gradient like I did before didn't really matter. But this one where the very bottom is, like, completely, like, lighter and the very top center is darker. This one really does matter where... I'm so close to finishing, but, like, this last one is giving me trouble. And I gotta wait. I repeatedly have to keep waiting for it to dry so I can make sure that it's, like, in the right... that it matches. I cannot believe I have to wait for this paint to dry. And I can't believe you guys are just watching paint dry. Okay. That's probably good. It looks really good to me. I've got to wait for this to dry, and it should be good. So I'm gonna get out the white. I'm going to die. Thank you, Avengers. Honestly, I completely agree. It's like the airheaded, I've lost my thought 15 times in a row kind of thing. That is so funny. Well, I mean, I do have lots of silica gel here, so it's affecting me. That's so funny. I love that. I should have one of those fish, one of those dory fish, because I've never. I mean, I've had a lot of betas, but I've wanted to try other fish. Honestly, that would probably be a hard fish, though. I would need at least a 40-gallon tank, because they're kind of big. Like, that, never mind. I've changed my mind. That's too hard. Cuddlers look amazing so far. Thank you! I'm trying so hard. Yes, paint drying is my favorite. That is excellent. I'm so glad you appreciated it. Julie. She was the obnoxious one, let's be real. Right! Okay. Nobody liked Julie because she was just annoying. That's at least how I felt when I was watching the show as a kid. So I'm sure as an old man, I probably would still find her annoying. What the heck? This brush is brand new and the bristles are all jacked up. Alright. LOL beta. I know, people make fun of that all the time. Really though. My very first beta fish was named Cucumber. I loved him so much. He helped me get through college. And then he got old. You see, I rescued him from Walmart. They did not treat him good. But he was so happy with me for such a short time. And for a short time, I mean, he lived freaking 3 years. I can't believe a beta fish lived 3 years. Like, usually by the time you get a beta fish, they're already kind of older. Like, you don't know how old because, I don't know, but they're usually an adult by the time you buy them. So, for a beta fish to actually live like a full 3 years, it's like, dang. I mean, that's about their life cycle. So, but I miss him. He was a good boy. Alright, I hate this part. It's highly stressful. I hope I can do it okay. Alright, there's one. I got the tiniest brushes specifically just so I can paint the eye shines here. Okay, 1, 2. I'm like super particular about being a perfectionist too. Like, if it's not exactly the same angle or location, it's like, it's gonna drive me insane. So I'm like over here counting like the little circle, like counting the holes in the mesh to make sure I have the same circle, like the same size, and it's just, oh, I can't be stopped. My perfectionism knows no bounds. Okay, good. Most stressful part, yes, I know, I'm dying. Thank you. Oh, I did not see that. I'm sorry. You plan on making a history of Bakugan video, bro. I would just die for that. You know I would be all on that. The Bakugan game itself, like I don't really want to call it a card game, but it kind of is. It's like the game, I'm just gonna call it a card game. It does have cards. Is like ridiculously hard. Like, because it involves you actually landing your Bakugan on the cards. honestly, that's the hardest part about it. Oh no! You're gonna wear black shirts so they can't see sweating. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. That is so stressful. You got this. I'm still just sorry you weren't able to eat. Can't eat before surgery. That sucks. I just love food, and it's like if you're stressed out, one of the best things is just like eat a ton of food. And if you're not allowed to eat a ton of food, then like, you know, sad face. How are you supposed to de-stress? I mean, you could go on a walk, but that's lame. Ooh, maybe you could play Wii Fit. You know Leonidas from that game, yes! Bro! I have that Switch game, and it's literally sitting in my room, like in my game room. It's just chilling, it's waiting to be played. I have a lot of games that are on the backlog right now. I'm sure everybody has a huge backlog of games, but yeah, that one is definitely on my backlog. It's been there for a while. Given, you know, how long ago that game released. But one day I'll get to play it. And I saw a Leonidas Bakugan in the store, and I was freaking out. And it's like, it's not the same design, which was kind of a disappointment. But still, I mean, they brought back the name, and that was good enough for me. I love Leonidas. I mean, it was different. Okay, so it's a different design, but you can still pretend it's the same guy. The new Bakugan are just also a completely different thing. Like, they're super different than the old ones. Okay, now I'm getting there. Just gotta make it match. Gotta make it look good. You ate 6 meals today and about 5,000 calories. Is that good or bad? I don't know the first thing about calories. I just eat what I want to eat. Oh, poor Shiny Mew. Well, at least noodles and soups are good. At least you won't be suffering eating tons of soups. Which one? Frankly, neither. Never liked the eye shine. I'm so bad at it. Definitely not my skill. Dear Lord. Hope I don't have to start over. Avengers, I refuse to talk about my backlog. Yeah, like, my backlog is ridiculously huge. And I don't try to keep a list because the list just grows forever and then I forget to check stuff off. I actually just keep the physical games sitting in my game room, waiting for me to play them. So, yeah. Alright. Might die. I had a plan for this one, but, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. It's really late, and it is a school night, I believe. I don't even know what day it is. Della's probably asleep, frankly. So I can't really ask her opinion. Let me see here. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It looks like a teeth. It looks like a teeth. Well, that was a bust, but we all gotta learn sometime. Maybe I should have sketched it out first, huh? Well, that's alright. Thankfully, the good thing about paint is you can just add another layer. So this might not be a total lost cause just yet. We'll have to see. What is the best way to fix this? Alright, well, I'll try some other ideas. Why not, you know? Never was good at eye shines. I should have just done the Amogus trick. Y'all know the Amogus trick. Where you draw an Among Us? Aw, thank you. I tried. It looks interesting. It just didn't turn out the way I thought it would. It's for, Della, who was in the chat earlier but is probably sleeping now, because it is 1-something a.m. That's alright. I'm expecting to have to redo this anyways. I do not like the way that these came out. That's kind of sucky, but valid. I'm gonna remove this one. Let's look at this. I don't like it. I thought I would like this. That's a shame. I just wanted to try something new, you know? Like, there's like a bazillion different ways you can do this. And I was like, I'm gonna try this. It's gonna be unique. It might be cool. And no, it just looks terrible. That's fine. Alright. Oh, my black paint has dried up. That's not good. Paint revitalizer. Well, if you guys don't see me fail, then you won't know that I fail ever, and then you might think I'm a superhuman. So you know what? This was on purpose. I just wanted you guys to know that it's possible for me to fail. It's completely my plan all along. And you cannot deny that. So now I'm just gonna mess with this and see what I can make out of it. How does it look in the eye, though? That's a good point. Let's hold it up to the eye. Let's hold this guy. Not as bad, actually. That does actually not look that bad. Good point. Probably should hold it up to the eye. Hang on. Ugh. I think it's the bottom shine. Okay, the top shine. Okay. The very top shine is fine. The one slightly below it is it needs to be at like a different angle or smaller. Yeah, smaller. And then the one at the bottom needs to be... that one's probably fine, actually. I think it's just that second one. What, you guys think it's not that bad? It just looked bad to me. I don't know, I'm just bad at judge. I mean, it's kind of not that bad. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe it's the bottom, then. It's so hard to tell. It is so hard for me to tell. Alright, let me put this here. Okay, so maybe the top is good. I was thinking maybe it was the top, but maybe it's the bottom. I think the bottom shine is too big. I think that's the problem. If I make it like half the size, like a lot smaller, probably wouldn't be so bad. Let's try it. Alright. Well, I thought I was gonna have to give it up entirely, so that's cool. Thanks for trying to help me figure this out, guys. Okay. Where is... I'm running out of paintbrushes, actually. So normally when I'm painting, I make sure my brushes don't dry up. And if they start getting dry, I'll spray them with water. And then if I need to, I'll go wash them. If I'm not going to use that color for a while, like the black over here. But then, like, if I'm streaming, I'm not being careful. And also, I don't want to go on break every, like, 15 minutes to, like, wash paint off and stuff. So, like... yeah, now I've got a lot of dried paint, so it's gonna be quite a bit of a hassle to clean up, but that's alright. I can do that after the stream and it won't be a problem. Alright, let me see here. What is a good way to do this? Thank you for the input. I appreciate it, guys. I have no idea. Certain things I'm like, yeah, I got this. And certain things I'm like, what is art? So I'm gonna cover up this, yeah, just give me a minute. I'm gonna try again. Take, like, 47. Let's go. I'm so glad the paint just lets me paint over it. Thank you, paint. You have been wonderful. So either, Shiny Mew, either you're in a really weird time zone. Well, not weird, but, like, far away from mine. Or, like... Yeah, that must be it. Because nobody would do any kind of surgery at this hour of the night. I mean, unless it was, like, an emergency, I don't think. So you must be way over there. Because over here, it's 1:19 a.m. Happy 1:19 a.m., everybody. Alright. You see, I have a plan. I have a plan to fix this. And my plan is to pretend like I know what I'm doing while I'm chatting with you guys. And then, in that time, figure it out. And hopefully, I will have a plan by the time I am done speaking. Oh my gosh, I don't have a plan. What if they figure it out? Oh, it's late for you. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, it is late. I gotta go to bed soon. Oh, I see. It's at 6. Okay, I'm stupid. For some reason, I thought it was in like an hour or something. Okay, yeah. Oh, never mind. I was remembering Pyropause earlier telling me about how they have a flight in like a few hours, so yeah. You guys both had to get up super early. Yeah, well, thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know if you guys are both going. Well, Shiny Mew just said you can't really sleep, so I don't know, but Avengers, you gotta get going. That's alright. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you, especially about Bakugan. That's really cool. I didn't know that we had that shared interest. I mean, or maybe I did and I forgot. You know what? That's probably what it was. But yeah, it was fun. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Meanwhile, I'll try to fix the damage I've done. Oh no. What have I done? Just like every anime ever. When you get in your super powerful form and then you like destroy everybody. Alright. See? It's like it never happened. Nobody will ever know. Oh man. Okay, too much paint. Too much paint. I'm gonna have to go over this one with another layer. My bad. Trying to fix the situation. I accidentally made that one worse. Figures. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I thought I knew what I was doing. I just didn't... I don't know, it just looks different in real life from what I had planned in my head. So, I mean, maybe it's not bad. It's just different than what I expected. I was just terrified that I just did just the most ugly thing ever. I guess it's not super ugly. It's just not what I expected. Alright, so I've got a bottom on this one and a top on this one. What a pair. I haven't painted in years. It looks good. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you think it's okay. I mean, painting is hard. Would not recommend. Alright, so here's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just put, like, the smallest white down here. Because if I put... Or maybe it doesn't even need one, frankly. It's kind of nice to have that... the best pair. Honestly, I might just leave it like this. No, I feel like it needs a little shine. Just like a tiny little one. I just gotta put it in the right spot, though. But what is the right spot? What is it? Is it like here? Would this be a good spot? Or do I want it directly angled down, like right here? I think a small one in the bottom might work. Yeah, I'm thinking that. That's what I was thinking. It's gotta be real small, though, because when I made one that was already pretty small, it looked really kind of strange. So it had to be really... Yeah, let's try it. I mean, let's try it in, like, 5 minutes once this is dry. But, like, let's try it. Alright, well, meanwhile... where'd it go? Please tell me I didn't... Oh, no! Please. Oh, that's cool. I just dropped this one face down on the carpet, but, the carpet doesn't look blue, and I don't see any, like, carpet fuzzies on this, so hopefully it was dry. That was scary. I didn't like that. Would not recommend to do that again. Don't do that, actually. That was not fun. That was not fun. Oh my gosh. Just had a heart attack. Okay. Again, I need to cover up this white spot that didn't work right. I'm just gonna throw this over here to dry. Oh goodness, I know! I'm like, I'm really kind of freaking out over here. That's like when you drop your phone and it lands face down, right? Or you forget you put your phone in your front pocket that one time, and then you, like, go to the bathroom and, like, you're worried it's gonna fall in the toilet as it, like, falls through the air. You're like, no! Oh, man. Right? Ugh. That's, like, true fear right there. Yeah, I mean, when you drop it face down, that's scary, too, because, you know, it's like... Well, it's probably broken now. Alright. This is good. We have repaired it. It looks as if I had never messed with it. It's just funny to think how it started as like a plain blank white canvas with holes. True fear. Right? I think the 9 o'clock area might work, maybe 8. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, just... It's hard to say, like, it could be... And it's hard because it's a mesh, too, but, like... I think 9 is a little too high. 8 could work, but, like... I mean, if I do it directly in line with this, that's what I like to do, but I don't know. I think that made it kind of weird, so if I just do slightly higher... I like that plan, though. I've got to put a little bit more black over here first, because I accidentally destroyed this round circular design when I was trying to erase the black. I'm getting tired. When I was trying to erase the white triangle, I, like, destroyed the circle. But now we gotta wait for the black patch up to dry, but hopefully we'll be good. Come on. I'm really hoping this turns out. I mean, I don't know what else I would do. It's gonna have to turn out. I'm just nervous. Okay. So, assuming that this area is dry, I'm going to repaint this top triangle here. There was 2 triangles. Ooh, it's coming out a little thick. This is fine. I'll make it work. It worked in my head, so why doesn't it work here? It will work. It will work, Clover. It will. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. People don't become perfect overnight. Even though it is nighttime right now. And we are painting overnight. It's gonna take multiple overnights. Oh. That could do. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think that the first one, it's a little bit too much of a pizza pie shape. If I make it a little bit thinner slices. Oh, Shiny Mew! I believe! Do my Sims cry live on stream. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully we've got this. This might be. Alright. Now for the planning. I can do this. We'll put it here. Right here. That is what I'm doing, and I'm sticking with it. And then it turned a little bit blue, because I didn't realize the paint was still wet. Oops. My bad. It's such a Lucio moment. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, okay. This is cool. This is fine. Everything's fine. But I really need to get this blue off this white paintbrush. I thought about that too, but it like didn't work the first time I tried it. But maybe that's just because maybe because it was, I'm going to try that with this second eye. We're gonna see how that goes. That's what I was thinking, was like right in between. Very even, like. Okay. Here's what the even one looks like. Do I like it or do I not like it? Maybe it needs to be like a triangle shape? Let me put this. It's a really good idea to put this on top. Do I like it? I'm not quite sure. Alright. Hang on. I know something I want to do is make this a little bit thinner. So let me try that first. I won't be as annoyed with it if I know this part I want to fix to be thinner for sure, so if I do that, maybe it will help me figure out the rest of the issues here. See, like, I can do it like the regular, like, circle dots. That's what I usually do, is just like the circle-y dots, and it's fine. I do that every time, though. And I just wanted to try something different. Because the circle shines, I mean, undeniable. They look great. Wonderful. It's just I wanted to try something new. Alright, yeah, this is totally gonna work. This is gonna work. Lyra, hey! This has been a really difficult, stressful time, and so far the chat has been keeping me alive. Like, Avengers just left. Della was here earlier. We've still got Shiny Mew. Y'all have been keeping me up, because this is not an easy one right here. So how are you? I gotta grab my light brush. Oh man, this is gonna be so fun to scrub all this dried paint off these brushes later. I'm just so excited. I feel like a triangle shape would make it too thick. That's what I was worried about too. I was worried about that. I mean, it already looks kind of thick as it is. So I'm gonna make these more of a line, like faint triangle, barely a triangle. And I think that'll help. I hope. That's the plan. Because I think you're right. I'm pretty sure. Alright. then I gotta wait for it to dry. That's gotta be so difficult. Literally everything I do is hard. Can I just, like, give up? I think I might retire. I'll just live outside in the doghouse. I don't have a doghouse, but I'll make a doghouse and then I'll retire. We vibing, yeah. The eyes would be the most stressful part for me, 100%. Honestly, I think you're right, man. I think the eyes probably the worst, most stressful for anyone. Maybe anyone. I don't know. I think you're right though. Most people would probably find this to be the worst. Cause if you look at a fursuiter, you see the nose and you see the eyes. Then you see the rest of the head, and then you see the hand paws, and then you see the rest of the body. So, like, that's, like, the tier list. Like, you gotta get the eyes right. Because if the eyes are, like, jacked, then... well, people are gonna see it immediately. I mean, you can have the most beautiful, fantastical fursuit, and if the eyes are painted like garbage, it's like... I mean, it's gonna be confusing for one. Like, how did you get a high-quality fursuit with low-quality eyes? But, I mean... yeah. It's definitely something that you have to have a nice quality eyes to make the rest of the head look up to the same level of quality. Back to the Pokemon website today. Nice! Oh, I'm so proud. That's awesome. You know, I totally would do that if I knew how. That's, like, so fun. That sounds like such a blast. We're doing good. We're working. We're working. It's going all right. Okay. So, what is the best way to go about this, honestly? Should I, like, and all my paintbrushes are drying. It doesn't help. Okay, this one's good. This one's good. Alright, black. I'll fix the black first, and then I'll fix the dark blue, and then I'll fix the light blue. Oh, these paintbrushes are fighting me now. They're like, you had us out for too long. Now we're gonna make your life difficult. Fun fact, if you're painting with acrylics, you're gonna wanna get some dish soap because it's like, it makes cleaning the brushes much better. Like, it actually gets the paint out. It's a huge difference. I usually put some dish soap in my palm and just swirl the brush around in there under the water, and it cleans it right out. Because without that, it's just a lot harder to clean these brushes. I mean, you can clean them, but they'll still be stained that color, and I mean, even with dish soap, they might still get stained colors, but like, it's huge difference how much easier it is to do. Okay. The other thing is, I'm worried I'm gonna have too many layers of paint and it's gonna stop sticking. So I don't wanna try over and over for too long here. Not to say that would be a problem though, because I mean, I would just spray it when I'm done with the acrylic spray and it would be fine. I'm just nervous over nothing. It would be a little better if I waited for the layers to dry all the way though. Impatient as always. Ooh, that's cool. Dallas's eyes look exactly like that, except the white glare makes a big lightning bolt through this whole eye. I love that. That is so cool. I love unique, like, really unique eyes. Like, I've seen ones with, like, hearts and even, like, skulls. I've seen stars and triangles. Really cool things you can do with eyes. But, like, I have never seen a lightning bolt. Especially a big one. I mean, it's such a cool idea. I can't wait to paint. Never mind. I was gonna say I can't wait to paint that. That's not true. I do not want to paint that, but I do want to have the final product. I cannot wait to see how that turns out. That's what I'll say about that. There we go. Okay. This is going. It's going. Having no glare for mine should make things easier. You'd think? Honestly, I think it will. I don't usually have this much trouble. I'm only having trouble today because I wanted to try something new like an idiot. Stick to what you know. If you want to have a boring life. Try new things if you want to suffer, but then reap the reward. Okay. Here's where we're at. They look much better now. Like, much better. But I still can't unsee, like, oh, what's it called? That one Pokemon move that Zubat has? Leech Life, I think? This totally just looks like Leech Life, you know? He's just gonna bite you. But if I can get over that, it's not bad, actually. In fact, I really, really like it. That is really cute. I think I'm into it. I don't know. What do you guys think I should change anything? I mean, I can't really keep it this way for sure until I... It does look like a Zubat mouth, right? Freaking Leech Life. I'm gonna have to ask Tocami because these are her eyes and she might have a preference. Who knows? I'm probably gonna end up with a completely different design, and you know what? That's fine. I've tried something today and I've learned something today. So even if we go with something else, that's fine. So I think I'll finish these ones, and I'll just I'll show them to Tocami when she's actually awake. And we'll see how that goes. Just don't expect to see these later, because I don't know if she's gonna like these or not. I think they're kind of cute, as long as you don't, like, think about Zubat's Leech Life. Learning new things are great, right? Oh, man. So, it's like something... I watch a lot of programming stuff, even though I don't program anything myself, because I'm kind of stupid, but, there was a programmer that said that even if whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to write code or, like, decompile something, even if whatever you're trying to do wasn't a success, it wasn't a waste because you learned something. And I was like, yeah! And honestly, that was so cool. Like, I'm not much of a person who would, like, write quotes down and stuff, but that one really got me. I liked that one a lot. The only way to learn if something works, something new works, is to try it out. That's so true. I mean, I'm glad I tried this out. It was definitely different. It was an experience. An experience. But it turned out okay, I think. Kind of. I think they're okay. I'm just a little bit nervous. I'll see what Tocami thinks. She's an artist. She knows. She knows what looks good. She knows better than me. I'm no artist. How is the water situation? Oh, that depends what kind of water. I mean, I can't really drink water because my hands are painty. And in fact, I missed a lot of stuff in the chat, and I'm trying to scroll up right now, and I don't know if I can. Gasp, water! Imagine drinking water. Oh, yeah, Shiny Mew, the badge you sent me. I'm gonna look at that for sure for the eyes. That'll help a lot. Lyra says, making a website is fun, but the right step right now is data collection, so I have to get to the encounter-related data and check if it's right. So that's not the most thrilling process. Having a chill stream in the background to keep me company is really helpful. Couldn't be me. We're having a stressful let's die now stream, but... Aww. I appreciate that. Yeah, that does sound like a kind of tough part. Is that something that, like, I'd be distracting you on, though? I don't want to distract you. Because that's not good. I mean, unless it's time for you to take a break or whatever, and you want a distraction, then, man, that's good. I can help you with that, maybe. We can all cry together. Just like my Sims. I really don't play Sims that much. I just talk about Sims all the time, because I think they're so funny. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. I just realized how far away we are. Yay! Okay. So circles are something that I have experience with. Not slits, not triangles. That's why I was having trouble. But circles I can do. So basically, I kind of just like really lightly do an outline of where I want. Purposely making it a little too small. And then I just kind of add on. And you can kind of like push the brush down in little dots to try to enlarge the circle. So that's basically what I do. I make an area that I know where the circle belongs, and then I kind of just work on it to make the circle bigger while keeping it, like, actually circular. So yeah, I just like to do tiny, tiny little dabs of paint, just making the circle bigger. And I like to keep the circle in the direct center of half on the blue and half on the black. And that seems to look really good in my opinion, so that's what I've been doing. The hard part of this now is to make the circle the same size as the one on the other eye. Again, mirroring is just absolute death. Yes, the 2% milk drinker over here. Yeah, water needs to die. We only need milk. Milk is the way to live. Alright. So, even though these two happened, it was just a very random coincidence that the two fursuits I'm working on right now just so happen to have the same color in their eyes. Like, that's really interesting. But, like, this is just showing how you can do it different ways. Like, the gradient on one of them is from the inside out, and the other one is from top to bottom, and one has, like, triangle slit, and the other one has circle slits. Circles. So, yeah. Very interesting how you can get different results. I think that looks pretty good. Might make it a little bit bigger, actually. I really like the shine spots to be pronounced. Let's die. Is it the opposite of a let's play? Oh, let's die. Yeah. Yeah. Let's die. D-Y-E. Oh, quick note here on the shine. You can actually, this is like the one part of the eye that I actually would recommend you filling the holes with. Like, all of these other ones, all the other colors, whatever, you want to see through the mesh, but the white is like the one thing that I'm like, no, you really should fill it in. And that's because the white eye spots are so small that if you don't fill it in, it's like barely visible. It's just, it looks a lot better in my opinion when you fill in just the white shiny spots. So, they're not filled in now, but I am going to fill them in when I'm done. Yeah, that's cute. I like that a lot. See, like, I have experience with this one and it looks fine. See, I'm not just a total hack job, I swear. I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. His circles look so beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad that these ones are turning out. It's funny because up close the eyes look just fine, but from afar and in their position they look fantastic. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. It's like they look fine, but if you move them back, they look fantastic. Jeez, you guys. Keeping me alive over here. I'm all, like, stressing and... Yeah, just stressing, and you guys are like, nah, it's good. I need to have more confidence in my painting. There's a lot of things that I do have confidence in, really, but like painting is not one of them. Okay, so right now I'm trying to line these meshes up right next to each other so that I can try to make sure the eye shine is on the same notch, like the same level. And this needs to go a little lower. Okay. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I could just slap some paint on here, and frankly, no one would ever even care. But the thing is, I care. And I'm sure the one person who, like, gets a fursuit that's as a perfectionist as I am would really care. But I just think most people could probably not have to care this much. And still get a really nice design. And still, it would be beautiful. I think I just worry too much. But, you know, painting, out of all the art skills, and I know a lot of different styles of art, but, I mean, I'm not great at all of them. I don't know graphic design that well, but I know enough to make, like, logos for myself and design certain things, like pamphlets and business cards, but, like, that doesn't mean I'm great at it. And that's one thing, is, like, painting is one of those things that I can get by, but I'm not fantastic. So hopefully, one day, after painting, like, thousands of eyes, I will feel confident in painting eyes. Oh, we're your confidence aid, giving you booster shots of pure good vibes. I hope it's all in one arm, so this one arm is gonna be buff and happy. I'll call it my happy painting arm. Thank you for that. Honestly, you guys, like, all stream long, just hanging out with me, and now I'm all like, and you guys are like, no, you're doing good, it's fine. You guys are awesome. Okay, hopefully this is correct. Please be the right spot. You know, like, okay, this is totally off topic. This is just, okay, this is gonna be like, again, I can't help it, I'm sorry. I just like to talk personal. But I can tell how I'm feeling, just genuinely, just based on how often I'm singing. I like to sing a lot. I think it's fun. Just, like, all the time. Just singing. But, like, when I haven't been happy lately, I just haven't been singing. And I realized I haven't been singing for a long, long time. And I'm just wondering why. Because I love singing. I haven't been feeling super great lately. And that's kind of sad to me. So maybe if I just, like, force myself to just randomly sing, maybe I'll feel happier. I don't know. It's just something weird I just noticed. Not that I'm a great singer or anything, I just enjoy it. Okay. So these look pretty good. They look about the same size and the same spot. And let me check the top two circles. Good. Same size, same spot. This one's a little splotchy. I'm gonna have to fix that. But other than that, do something you haven't done in a while. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese. I haven't been there in a bit. Why go to Dave & Buster's when you could go to Chuck E. Cheese, bro? I freaking love Chuck E. Cheese, okay? It's really cool there. The pizza's still pretty bad after all these years, but it's the experience, and I love the robots. And then when, like, the Chucky comes out, oh man, I am the first kid to shove the other kids over to give them a hug. Turn your life into an old school Disney movie. Start singing out of nowhere. Oh, I like that. Honestly, probably would help if I just kind of started and probably get me back on track. Maybe. It's not a bad idea. Or maybe I should just start watching old school Disney movies. Then I can't help but to sing with them. Chuck E. Cheese is a great experience, right? If you go, they call you a big kid. I'm a big kid. Okay. This looks pretty good. I'm just going to fill in these holes now. Now that I've got the shape right. I'm just gonna dab some paint in there and make it stay. Yeah, the happy painting arm from all the good vibe shots, right there, the good vibes. Huh. You probably need some time off. Oh, true. I have been working super hard lately, like way too much. That would probably help. But alas, what to do? Like, I used to play Pokemon Sword and Shield every night before bed, but I don't even do that anymore. I just die. How does one take a day off? How do you do that? It's kind of hard. Like, once you're just used to, like, going and going, I don't really know if I know how to take it easy. Can make some mac and cheese. Maybe I can play a game from my backlog. That sounds fun. That would be fun. But the games in my backlog are all like really long games though, like Breath of the Wild and stuff. Still haven't played those. That one. Man. Okay, maybe I shouldn't tackle a game from my backlog. I don't think I have that much time. You've been loving Imagine Dragons and Billie Eilish. Oh, yeah. Those are just fantastic artists. That's not a bad idea. Put on a playlist of something I love. You know, I haven't listened to Imagine Dragons in like years. Like, I mean, I know their biggest hits, but I haven't ever put on just like one of their albums or really listened to any of their other music, but I'm pretty sure it's all good because I hear it all the time. People are always like, man, they're really good. So maybe I should see how they're doing. And honestly, same with Billy. Like, same. It's like, I know that they do good stuff. I just never really sought them out. Alright, so, yeah, this is looking a lot better now that we've got those holes filled in. Again, it's the only spot that I'll actually fill the holes in on is just the whites. And you can kind of tell that it's not quite thick, and that's fine. That's because we got to do another layer of white on top. But that one's going to take a minute to dry, because it's like a thick pool in there to try to keep the holes covered. So that one's going to take me a minute to let that one dry. But I really like these. These came out good. I will move the camera back and show you. Okay, where's this practice eye? There we go. Yeah, a classic. Classic fursuit eye. Looks great. I like it. Oh, thank you! Okay, I'm glad you guys like it too. Wondering if the top white needs to be a little bigger. Maybe. Let me see. Let me hold up this one. It's easier to spot mistakes in the camera, actually. Makes it a little easier. I might make the white a hair bigger on the top, because it looks a little bit low. I think just a hair taller. But other than that, I like it. Thank you guys, helping me figure this out. Yeah. Do they come out in parts? Do albums come up in parts? That's something that I guess I didn't know about that. That's interesting. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Helping me try to figure out what looks good and what just does not. It really does help. Okay. I like how he had the eyes sideways and I didn't even notice it. Alright, so something really important is you do not want your eyes to look like this. And it's kind of hard to tell because, like, you know, I'm not done painting, but you don't want them to be, like, reversed, like opposites. Because basically the light source is coming from one direction, not, like, the direct center. So you want your eyes to look like this. Or, you know, opposite way is fine too, like this. But you do not want them to go like this, because that makes a very cross-eyed look, almost like a bug. So, fun fact, the more you know. Oh! Okay, 40 songs in one album, understandable. That is just gigantic. That is the massive album. Okay, I mean, if they want to release that in parts, you know what? That's fine. That's good for them. I don't blame them for that. Very, very understandable. When you're painting the white on, I mean, when you're first initially trying to get the shape on there, use kind of like a wettish brush, but when you're trying to fill in the white at the end here, I use a very wet brush, just like really wet. Glomp it on there, man. That's my new favorite thing. I'm gonna say it all the time. Also, it's really hard to make it a perfect circle, so focusing. Okay, good. I love it. Did I just paint the back on this? Sometimes I paint, like, the table or my hand or another paintbrush. It's just like, come on, Clover, just put the paint on the thing. Stop painting everything else. I think it's called Mercury. That's a cool name, too. Bro, that would make such a cool fursuiter name. Frickin' Mercury. That would be so dope. Hey, Lyra, do you need a fursuiter name? The thing about, like, being a friend of a fursuit maker is, like, it's hard for them to not want you to want a fursuit. Like, it's funny. I've heard stories of people, like, making entire fursuits for, like, their best friends and stuff, and I'm just like, dang, that's amazing. And frankly, it's something I've made parts for friends and stuff, but to make an entire fursuit for your friend, that's just too much time and money. I would totally do it if I could, but, like, dang. Still, though, if you're a friend of a fursuit maker or a furry character designer, whatever, if you're a friend of a furry, they're gonna want to make you something eventually. A character or something. Good luck getting out of it. Maybe you need a Vaporeon fursuit. That counts, I think. There's this one guy that goes to Anthrocon. Every year I see him, he wears a Sylveon. And I'm just like, yeah, it's the Sylveon guy. I love him. It's awesome. Mercury, that's a Sailor Scout name. Oh, yeah! I never watched that show growing up. I mean, I think I rented, like, a VHS of it once or twice, but, like, yeah, that's funny. I totally forgot about that. Cool. Still needs more paint. I would name an African wild dog Sono Mercury. That'd be awesome. 32 songs, 103 minutes of music. Jeez, they really like music. I mean, good for them. They have found their career. Just start making a themed planet for Sonos. Bro, that would be awesome. I love the shiny Arcanine squad at conventions. There are only 3 this year at Megaplex. What? That's a thing? That's amazing. That's really cool. Bro. imagine being part of that. That would be so fun. I don't think I've ever seen them. Like, I mean, if they don't go to Anthrocon or MFF, or maybe they have and I just missed them, but that's really cool. You know, there's so many things you can collect in this world. What if somebody collected fursuits, but like a ridiculous, absolute, really ridiculous amount of fursuits? I'm sure somebody out there exists that has like 20 or more fursuits, which would be really cool, but also, dear lord, where do you put these things? They're huge. I barely have enough space to fit Figby, you know? Like, nice. I like it. Again, I'm just trying to mirror these and make sure they look good. Now I don't want to go back to the triangle ones because the circle ones are going so well. As soon as I go to the triangle ones, I'm just gonna be like, probably not gonna even end up keeping the triangle ones because, well, I mean, Della is an artist herself, so she'll probably have an idea of what I can try that she thinks will look good in her persona, so. But if not, I mean, the triangle ones, they're growing on me. Alright, maybe if I pick up this mesh, it'll be easier to fill in the holes. And I was right, it is much easier. That's good. Okay. Being dressed as a Pokemon kind of defeats the purpose of having a persona. Why? Because, like, okay, I've seen a lot of people who have, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they make a Pokemon their persona, but it's not just, like, that Pokemon. It's like they change it up a little. Like, it's got a unique feature, so it's not just, like, a standard Vaporeon. Like, it's like just a small, tiny change. Like, maybe its fins are bigger, or it has, like, a notch in its ear, or wears, like, a bandana. It's like, and then you just give it a name, like, like Lyra the Vaporeon or something. I don't know. But I've seen it before. It is kind of strange, though. I will admit. It was weird for me to try to get used to how that worked at first, but, like, I don't know. It's kind of grown on me. But there's actually a ton of people who do that. Like, they have Pokesonas, I guess they call them. Which is cute. I think that's really cute. I mean, it was weird at first, but I got over it. Alright, I really don't want to deal with the triangle ones again, but circle ones are drying. I don't really have a choice. Oh, I gotta bring the camera closer. Oopsie. You just sent me some pictures of the Arcanines. Ooh. Great. Okay. This one finger is dry. I'll use this one. Alright, I also have a ton of stuff sitting on my keyboard here, so please don't accidentally click something bad. Oh my gosh. There's so many. That's amazing. And they look identical. What? Is it made by the same maker? I kind of thought it... Okay, I thought it would be pretty cool if it was just, like, all the Arcanines meet up in, like, a pack. But, like, the fact that they're all the same maker is interesting. I don't know if that's a bad or a good. It's just, like, wow. Just a very interesting... That's really funny. Okay. This one probably would have been better if it was printed because with the mesh here, it's really hard to get that exact triangle shape, especially since it's so small. So maybe if the fursuit eyes that I made were bigger. Kind of like, what's that? That one maker, I think More for Less, maybe? They've got huge eyes, like absolutely gigantic eyes. Which, I mean, I guess is good for vision, but it's not really my style. So, like, I mean, if you had bigger eyes, it might be easier to paint these tiny, tiny little details, but... Again, I'm seeing some positives in printing your fursuit eyes now. Okay. Hopefully this works. Okay. That's great. Now I should let this dry, probably. That's what I say, and now I'm gonna keep working on it. Ha ha ha. Imagine actually letting it dry. They're all made by the same maker. It's crazy how consistent the maker is to do the same thing identical. Right! That's insane. Like, that's really funny. I mean, if they knew maybe if they knew ahead of time, they, like, prepared, like, they could make a pattern that they could use multiple times. Perhaps. And maybe that's what they did. Because I don't know, man, like, if you asked for the same thing afterward, after it was already shipped, that would be really ridiculous, but... Yeah, maybe, that's like the only thing I can think of, is if they knew ahead of time they were gonna make a whole pack of them, then they could try to, like, make a pattern, like a foam pattern, and then copy that. Because, yeah, trying to make the same thing, like, that sounds really, really hard. When your paintbrush is dry, so you just get another paintbrush. It's like the worst idea ever. Okay. Frankly, I might be done here for the day. I mean, these have to dry for quite a bit, these circle ones, because the paint is in there in the little circlies drying. And then these triangle ones are, well, kind of a lost cause, but, like, that also might just be me not thinking that they look good, because it's just a different style, and I don't know what looks good. I don't know. I'll do a tiny bit more touch-ups on these triangle ones, but that might be it. We might be done for the day. Thank you! I tried! I think we got... at the very least, we got some circle-y ones done. And that's definitely better than nothing. So... I do like how the triangle ones came out a bit, but there's something off about them. Maybe that the second triangle needs to be a lot lower. I'm not quite sure. I can't really put my finger on it, and it would be nice if I could figure out why. But I will talk to Della. Again, she's an artist. Maybe she'll be able to help me figure out what I did that makes it look strange. She's smart. But until then, I'm almost done here. It doesn't look terrible, though, when I put it up against the eyes. So, I don't know. It's not terrible. It's just... maybe I'm just not used to it. Okay. The triangle ones look awesome. I can't believe you think that. Like, I'm just like, ew. Looking at them because they're just, like, so different and I'm not used to it. I don't know. Maybe, I can't tell if they're bad or if it's just not my style. Like, there are some things that are, like... There are some fursuits that are made with certain, like, noses and, like, teeth and certain things that I'm just like, really? That's so ugly. But, like, other people absolutely love it. So maybe it's just a style thing. Like, maybe it's just, like, because, frankly, it's not my style. I mean, I just really don't like it, but maybe they look okay, and I'm just, like, not judging it right. Because since it's not my style, it's... it's not my style, so it's wrong. But yeah, it's been helpful having the second opinions, from you guys. Because, frankly, I can't trust myself sometimes. It's the Zubat image, I know! I can't unpicture the Zubat. You saw... Oh, the Arcanine pack. You saw them at your convention this year. They basically run around and surround furries and hug them. That's amazing. I want to be there. I want to be a part of that. I want to be surrounded by the Arcanines. It's been so long since Fel has popped into one of my streams. I don't even know if you guys know who he is anymore. Like, people who are newer to my streams probably don't remember, but I used to live with a roommate. He goes by Fel, and he's like not a furry, but he kind of likes furry stuff. So I've been trying to get him. I got him to go with me to Anthrocon once, and it was really fun. Maybe if I tell him about the Arcanines, because he loves Arcanines, I'll say maybe we'll run into the Arcanine pack. You never know. Maybe I can get him to go again. He's a really fun guy. I mean, and he had fun too. He's just like, and I don't blame him. It's just like, sigh, furries, really? It's just like, yeah. I don't blame you. Okay, well, this one is still drying. It's missing the bottom piece, but, like, here's the triangle eyes. Oh, see, they're not bad, though. Like, so what is my problem? What is my problem with these eyes? I mean, I think the white is too close together in the top two, maybe? There's something fishy about these, and I don't know what it is. But it's not that either. I don't know what it is. Just painting them in the air. Okay, what about that? That's a little better. I wish all my nice, fine brushes, like for tiny little tip brushes, weren't all being used right now. Could really use another brush, but they are all being used. Okay, that's not bad. It's fine, I guess. If it was dry, I'd stick it in the fursuit head. We could see how it looks, but... Alright. I think I'm just being too critical. It's really not that bad. Let me put the other one in. Okay, here's the circle. Come on. Okay. My right hand is clearly not as skilled at picking up things as my left hand. Okay. Hang on. I'll let you know when I've got it. I'm gonna keep trying. This is way harder to hold than it looks. Alright. Forgive it not being centered. I'm trying my best. It just doesn't want to go. Okay, I got it. Wow. So the circles on the right is really cute. And really basic, but the one on the left is, like, interesting. Like, it's something to look at. That's really nice. That's I don't want to say interesting again, but it is interesting how the one on the left gives more interest. The The one on the right is basic but adorable. It's like really unique. That's really cool. It does give off a different vibe though. Yeah, I think you're right. Really cool, actually. Why didn't I just do this earlier? I'll just set it down and then do an overhead view of the camera. There. Okay, camera, we're going on a ride. Whoop. And there we go. Okay. Interesting, yeah. Wow. It is unique, yeah. It's different. I like it. That is really hard to say. I guess it's just up for anyone to really just say if they like it or not. Anyone could really just say. That's the thing about art is people can like it or dislike it, and it's someone somewhere's gonna like it. Oh yeah, Shiny Mew, I think he was just before your time because it was just before I moved, and I didn't move too long ago, but like, yeah. I think I met you like right after I moved, so that would make sense. That's a shame. Maybe he'll pop in at some point, who knows. Since we don't live together anymore, like, yeah, it's hard to see him. Some fursuits have 3 triangles at top. Interesting. I mean, that could work. That could make it look a little bit more, well, less Zubat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That the circle, the 2 might be too close. I was thinking that too. I think you're right. I might try that. I mean, if they're a little bit further apart, maybe. I mean, that might fix the problem. Definitely worth a shot. I'll just mess with it more, and I'll put it in the Discord later, I guess. I'll just take a photo. Aw, man, I got paint on this. No. Do I have any fingers that are clean? No, I don't. Oh, it's coming off. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, let's never do this again. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If I put the triangles further apart, it might, because that's something I was just thinking about, too, is that maybe they're too close together. But I actually added thickness in between it, and it's still really close together. Okay, let me check. Oh, that's interesting. That's cute. Yeah, there's our different size. That's interesting, because they're round. You're using round and triangle. Interesting. Wait for it to dry. Okay, good point. I want to keep messing with it, but you're right. I really need to wait for it to dry. Okay, make sure I didn't get blue in there. Okay. Okie dokie. I guess we're done then. At least these are good. These go in that Danny had that I showed earlier, so at least I have the ones ready for this fursuit that I'm working on now. Like, these triangle ones are ones that I was trying something new for a different suit. So these ones are ready. Okay, well, I guess I will go. I actually can see through these, by the way. I guess I will go. Nothing else to do but wait for this to dry and then mess with this for hours. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna turn off the stream and then wash all these paint buckets, and then I'm probably gonna sit down and eat something sugary and then play Overwatch for like an hour, and then I'll start getting tired, but then I'll start painting eyes. That's usually how my night goes. I always take a break and play Overwatch. Thank Thank you. I'm hoping to get these eyes done tonight. At least the circle ones are done tonight. So I can say that for certain. At least the eyes are done for Danny. And now Tokamis are gonna they're gonna exist, all right. We're gonna see. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Thank you for the positive vibes and the positive vibes, basically. And just keeping me sane, because, I mean, if I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd be watching some of your content, so. Oh, good luck, Shiny Mew. I hope you don't die in a few hours. I think you will be fine, though. Yeah, vibe into movies all day tomorrow. Eat some soup and ice cream. I don't know if you can eat ice cream. Maybe. Eat some soup at the very least and be happy. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to turn off the stream with my pinky and try to open my door with my pinky and wash my hands. Alright, have a good one. Bye, guys.